Hey! Oh, back. I'm back. I'm back from the dead. No, you know what I think happened? I don't think it was Pepe. It was not Pepe. As far as, I mean, maybe he is doing stuff, but it's not Pepe. No, hang on. Hold on, guys. Hold on. So I'm back. So what happened, I think, is YouTube changed that suspended thing. That used to just say a blank screen. It was a dark gray slate screen that said YouTube. But no one really knew what that meant. So that what they did was they changed that temporary block stream to saying stream suspended for policy violations. Because I didn't get any. Well, I don't. Pepe didn't do it. Like he didn't do it. I mean, maybe he's doing. I don't know, but he didn't do it. So it's not on Pepe. He didn't do anything. He's all right. But so what happened was that was a temporary suspension. That's what that was. So we're back, guys. We're back in action. That's why, because I was confused. All of you could talk. You could all talk. Usually when you get suspended, nobody's allowed to actually type in the channel anymore, I think. And you get a strike right away. And when I went in to look at my strikes, I didn't have a strike. So, no, I won't lose. No, I won't. It'll be all set. No, I was actually writing in the description what the stream is. Because, actually, YouTube says, like, if you want to not get blocked, like, you should tell people exactly, give as much information about your stream as possible. So I just wrote in there the truth, that we are watching these for entertainment purposes. We're not necessarily endorsing every crazy freaking theory that we show on here. We're just finding things on YouTube and watching them for entertainment purposes. And we skip things that we can't watch, so it's all good. So yeah, we're back. You know what though? I was wondering about that. I was wondering about God damn it. No, that was just lag out. That was just lag out. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're only watching things on YouTube. We don't watch age restricted, and we don't watch stuff that's like completely over the top, so we're mostly good. Alright, let's see some more stuff. And avoid blank screen. What do you mean? Yeah, it's not shouldn't be blank. Yeah, try to avoid things like this, I guess, because this is definitely some kind of real, like copyrighted, like fully produced professional thing. We gotta just go with like the random YouTubers who are making videos on stuff, because these get that automatic block. Like here, like for example, this one is called Harp Weapon Exposed by History Channel, but I can't play History Channel. This one is called No One Will Escape Their Final Device for Control.
Well, to paraphrase Winston Churchill, the government is either at your feet or at your throat. And in some cases, they're in your head.
Back in April of 2013, President Obama unveiled the BRAIN Initiative, a bold new research effort looking at the brain. The White House pledged to spend $100 million to study how our brains work.
There's this enormous mystery waiting to be unlocked. And the BRAIN Initiative will change that by giving scientists the tools they need to get a dynamic picture of the brain in action and better understand how we think and how we learn and how we remember.
Take a look at these pictures here. Scroll down a little bit. There's a bigger picture further down. It's a diagram, and it starts talking about electromagnetic effects.
That stream might get a worldwide block. I don't know, because it might block it because of that stuff that was on the screen at the end. But if so, I can just download it and re-upload.
On the human body. and it talks about psychoelectric weapons. Yeah, we've got, I mean, openly, Barack Obama spent $200 million on his brain project with DARPA. Yeah, let's see if we can hack into people's brains. Let's see if we can take away memories or implant false memories. And let's see if we can do it wirelessly. That's their big push right now. They don't want to have to, you know, take you in and jack into the back of your neck like the Matrix, or do an operation and stick a probe into your head. No, they want to be able to do it remotely, wirelessly, without your perception.
The Defense Advancement Research Projects Agency, or DARPA, is behind the sophisticated memory stimulator. While this is great news for those who have suffered brain injuries, some people see it in a different light. Manipulating memories in people could open up an ethical minefield. Did the government really take part in mind control experiments on soldiers? What kind of stories have you heard from the survivors of these experiments? I know you've had access to thousands of documents from the CIA.
Well, it's just like you just said, there's two kind of streams of information. There's stories from survivors, and then there's the documents. So if I go to the documents first, they're very, very detailed, 15,000 pages plus. And we're starting back in 1950 with projects called Artichoke and Bluebird, which were then rolled over into MK Ultra, which in turn was rolled over to MK Search. And then all the documents stop in 1973. So in that era, 50 to 73, there's a whole host of different types of mind control experiments: hypnosis, LSD, special interrogation chambers, and brain electrode implants. And so there's projects in the CIA documents and in Army records.
Forced memory blanking and induced erroneous actions. Another one, forced manipulation of airways, including externally controlled forced speech. They can make you say stuff that you don't want to say. Forced nudging of arm during delicate or messy work, causing injury or spills. Forced precision manipulation of hands, sometimes synced to the forced walking visions. They give you microwave hearing, I guess so you can hear voices. Transparent eyelids, I don't know what that is. Transparent eyelids? Artificial tinnitus, ringing in your ears.
Sean Fubar, thank you.
About how they can do this. They call it the psychoelectronic weapon effect.
Oh, Liam, you found it. Cool.
And they got a little footnote down there. It said, the first unclassified successful transmission of the human voice directly into the skull of a living person was performed by Dr. Joseph Sharp of the Walter Reed Army Institute of Research.
The song for that, you gotta hear. You gotta go to Cornbread. That's the song for that. That's the Getting Busy song.
Unclassified, successful thing. Now, they've had classified stuff before that.
Hundreds of people in the valley say they are hearing voices in their heads. And those voices are being transmitted by microwave or other methods.
Well, several
wow, that's weird.
To investigate what they call
that's weird as fuck.
Harassment.
My last words. It's really unfortunate that I have to make this video. See, I am a victim of covert harassment and electronic harassment and gang stalking. I'm what's called a targeted individual.
Electronic harassment, synthetic telepathy, voice-to-skull technology. Chances are you haven't heard of these terms.
I love gang stalking
After searching the internet, I found dozens of websites dedicated to the phenomenon and several Valley residents who say they're victims.
How much more can you invade me than to go into my brain?
It sounds like somebody else is reading the book, only it's thoughts.
It's every day, bro.
Hallucination. This is actually
with that Disney Channel flow.
These men all live in the area, didn't know each other before the voices started, and say someone is playing mind games with them.
Michael Aquino.
Have you guys been keeping up, by the way, with this Logan Paul versus KSI boxing match? I have, actually, because it keeps showing up all around YouTube, and I've kind of like followed it. I don't know who to root for. We should watch Mouthy Buddha's video about his video was crazy good. It was really good. He's got a lot of good videos lately. His video has been insanely good.
He worked for the NSA, and he wrote a book in 1980 called Mind War.
It is quite gay. It's quite gay.
To control people, to control their minds. And you look at the stuff I just read to you. I mean, forced memory and forced movement of arms and forced speaking and all this kind of stuff. I mean, this is way beyond
Yeah,
The MK
PewDiePie
Ultra
in on it.
program, Catcher in the
Drama
Rye and
alert.
LSD, folks. This is far more sophisticated. They've had
Keemstar
decades to
Drama
work on this
alert
stuff.
is in on it.
And he wrote this book called Mind War in 1980, where he said, hey, we can use extremely low frequency on people, get them to do things. And then you remember, I brought this up when we had the Navy Yard shooter, because he...
Dude, they punched his dad. Some English dudes just fucking ran up and like slammed his dad in the back of the head. It's pretty crazy.
Was shooting people. He'd been in his head, and he carved on the stock of his gun, "This is my ELF weapon, extra low frequency."
What those profilers are likely to begin seeing is a study in contradictions. Aaron Alexis was a convert to Buddhism. A friend in Texas says he used to meditate with Alexis.
Yep, Comedy Crackhead, we're back.
He's a good guy, you know. I mean, from what I know, you know, I can't say that he didn't or not, but well, once he's with me, it's nothing to be like tell me that he's going to be a Christian.
I was living.
It was just a temporary block. I didn't know it though because they changed the screen to a different type of screen for the temporary blocks, and it looked like it was like I was suspended for like 90 days, but no, we're good. Okay, if that ever happens, guys, I'll give you a backup channel. It's called Tef Pattern 2. If you just search Tef Pattern 2, it'll show up. That's going to be my backup channel. In case anything ever happens, that's where the stream will end up being moved.
In the San Diego area.
I'll get you a
I was
link.
clerking for a federal judge, and I noticed that I was being followed by a whole bunch of people.
According to the websites, what Bond is describing is called gang stalking. He moved to Palm Springs to escape.
I started hearing, as you'll hear, hearing voices, and what they'll call voice to skull or microwave.
It's the stuff of a Hollywood movie, but a group of veterans has filed a lawsuit against the CIA and U.S. Army claiming that the government planted remote-controlled devices in their brains. The claims relate to a government program at the U.S. Army's Edgewood Arsenal in Maryland, where scientists tested hundreds of chemical and biological substances on at least 7,800 servicemen.
Oh, Comedy Crackhead, you're the man, dude. Thank you. But it wasn't. It was nobody did it. It did it to myself because the video was copyrighted. So like I thought because Pepe was earlier, he was like, I'm gonna nuke this channel. I was like, oh god damn it. So he reported everything. But no, he didn't. I mean, I don't know what he did, but he did not do anything. So it's not. So he's all cool. He's fine.
By the Office of Naval Research, published in mainstream journals, where electrodes are put in the brains of cats, dogs, and their behaviors controlled. And even human beings at Harvard and Yale. It was not just one program back in the 50s, 60s, 70s. It was Harvard, Yale, Tulane, UCLA. So we know there was more than one university involved, more than one branch of the military, more than one program for a fact.
Okay, so did these people know what was happening to them? I mean, in a lot of the articles I've read, it seemed like they kind of volunteered to be part of some sort of experiment, right?
So there's all types of different experiments where no real
Triple Crown, have you ever watched the Mr. Medicare video on gang stalking? I can put that one on. It's pretty damn good. That one's a great one.
consent was given. The people didn't really know what was going on, and they were basically tricked.
So what exactly would the government do when they would control someone's mind? What could they make someone do when they manipulated their brains?
Well, what it describes in the documents and in the published papers is there's actually photographs of a 16-year-old girl. She's got a series of electrodes in her brain. Depending on which button's being pushed on the transmitter, she's either strumming her guitar, pounding furiously on the wall, or staring off into space. With the animals, they're actually directed to walk or swim to a target. So you can control the actual physical motion and the mental state. How detailed and how fine-tuned that's gotten since 1970, again, I don't know because it's all classified.
I remember this coming out. They posted this on some website. I can't remember the name, but they posted the full document. And it was really all like, okay, so this is how we can do mind control with radio waves or something like that. It was like legitimately just openly talking about that.
And it must have gotten a lot more developed.
To many of you who find yourselves
I think people will like it. I'll put it on after.
That there is hope and that you are not alone, and that we are striving.
It's funny too.
To find legislation, and we're working towards freedom for all.
And when you look at this document that they sent him about psychoelectronic weapon effects, I looked at this at the bottom, and I thought, oh, this is kind of interesting. They break stuff down to get into the auditory cortex, 15 hertz, to get into the visual cortex, 25 hertz. I mean, this is not megahertz, unless this is hertz. This is not MZ. This is hard to read on this thing. But one of them, 9 hertz. This is extremely low frequency. You know, anything that is, it has to be 20 hertz or above for you to even hear a bass note. Anything below that, if you hear it, it's just going to be clicks. So yeah, we have multiple data points here, but yeah, you're just a tinfoil hat conspiracy theorist if you believe their own documents that they put out here.
So I had a girl come to me complaining of being stalked and getting voices in her head. Did a little checking. I'd known the family.
Terry Davis is amazing.
No history of mental illness, no drug history in the past. So I gave her the benefit of the doubt before sending her to a psychiatrist. Did some checking, did some bugging of her place with audio. She'd requested no video cameras, but she did allow audio. And had some people driving around checking on her, and as it turns
check this out.
She was
this mic.
Stalked by a
watch this. Ready?
FBI agent that runs a private investigative agency in San Antonio. They were breaking in, putting Rohypnol in the bottled water, and subliminally controlling her to drink where the drug was placed. Mind control technology.
She's got a mute button right on the mic.
Crimes,
I think this fucking headset's not bad.
On the internet today. It seems
I'll link you guys
the least amount of coverage in the major media.
DARPA has a sonic projector that was reported on in 2007. Of course, it had been around for quite some time before then. Army has something they call voice to skull. We got the Air Force using microwaves to create sounds at Brooks Air Force Base. We got the Marine Corps with their Medusa project. We've got the State Department, as reported by the Washington Post in 2005, working on voices implanted in people's heads. We've got a couple of companies.
Damn, it was $60 when I bought it, but it's up to 97 now. But it was $60. I don't know what happened.
One that has patented something called hyperssound. That's American Technologies. Has also got Holosonic Research Labs. Also has a patented version. So the military-industrial complex has been all over this. When you see something this wide, this is not just one little research project from one organization. And this is something that 5, 10 years ago, it was being reported on in even mainstream press like the Washington Post, and yet nobody knows about this.
The Voice of God weapon, which is actually called SQUAD, or Silent Sound Spread Spectrum, was used in the first Operation Desert Storm. That was one of those scenarios where 1,500 Iraqi soldiers disassembled their weapons, got to their knees, and surrendered to 150 Marines who didn't have enough slip ties to tie them all together, because in this
Blue Yeti blackout, nice.
SQUAD to put the voice.
Yeah, I noticed the mic definitely is pretty clear, and it actually sounds like a decent mic.
Allah in their heads to tell them to surrender.
Ian Undercover. Yo, Ian Undercover, I saw you on the top comments of a Ice Poseidon video. I saw you on that. Sam Pepper calls his girlfriend the guy who was like banging his new girlfriend.
In the mid to late 80s, 5 separate inmates from the Utah State Prison
had
written affidavits saying that they were put in solitary confinement and were experimented on with some type of electronic device that put voices in their head, and all of them claimed that they could tell the voices of the people doing the experimentation on them were responding back to their thoughts.
Oh, that looks like a good setup, dude. That Blue Yeti looks nice. I wouldn't mind getting an actual mic. Okay, so here's the gang stalking video. Here's the gang stalking one. Oh yeah, Honorable 11. Dude, it's too funny. People will just... I'll be on the most random shit. Dude, Pearl, fucking amazing Pearl found me on this video. Pearl just found me on this. It's such a good song, though. Oh, it was on the other one. It doesn't matter. But anyway, it was kind of funny. He found me on that. It was pretty funny. Alright, let's go to... Alright, so gang stalking.
President Obama and citizens of the world. We are TLC.
Oh my god, I used to watch a lot of like the hip hop drama stuff. I used to follow it because it's just, it never ends. It's like more drama than... Oh, that's bullshit, Stanley. Alright, let's play this.
Guys, targeted individuals and law-abiding citizens being targeted.
Every day of our lives.
Gang stalking.
Who you trying to get crazy with this, eh? Don't you know I'm loco?
I'm not inside! This is not reality, not reality, not
Haha, Nappy Roots, I love it.
Reality.
Fuck yeah, Shrimp Tail. That's the go-ahead I needed. Haha, Ian, nice. Sorry if my mic's too loud.
Thanks a lot, Obama.
Try to move it away.
I'm not sure if the president ever got around to addressing this dire situation of these individuals being targeted before he left the Oval Office. Not sure if that was high up on Barack's priority list. Of course, you know what they say. You can't rely on the government for everything. And so what better way to find a solution than by bringing it to the people themselves, such as this Kickstarter. I am a targeted individual. Now, sadly, it fell a little short of its desired goal of $14,000. Only raised 11. I'm not sure if that's 11 individuals that were targeted, individually donating $1 each, or if it's one individual donating all $11 because they're just that fucking committed. But imagine my surprise when I recognized a familiar
guarantee one donated 10 and the other one donated 1.
Face in the pitch video.
Yeah, I love the new mic.
Hello, my name is Brian Connors. I live in Pittsburgh and I'm constantly being harassed.
Brian.
Oh, we're just going into a little gang stalking tangent here, but we can get back into creepy. I'll pull up that channel that we were looking at, the Scare Theater one, and find some other crazy, creepy shit.
Connors. Holy shit. When I initially started this series, Internet Insanity,
yeah, he really
was
does.
the very first episode. He was a pilot who had his whole life in front of him. Sadly, mental illness got the best of him. Mental illness that was egged on by a certain online community feeding into his paranoia and delusions. Strikingly, Terry A. Davis dealt with the exact same thing to a certain extent. He touched on it slightly in the Motherboard interview that I brought up when I was talking about him in that particular episode. Both these individuals, both highly...
There's real pictures of Medicare. Medicare's actually, he has been technically, like, doxxed, but it was years ago.
Talented individuals who fell victim to a mental illness seem to have this component, this community kind of ingrained into their paranoia and delusion. And that community would be gang stalking. Now, gang stalking has existed on YouTube for quite a while. There's a dedicated community to it. There are channels which archive and document and talk about it. But what was really surprising to me was just how much growth has been in that community, how much it's really taken off and spread. Even from when I had done the Brian Connors video, which was just a few years ago, it seems to have gained quite a bit of steam. It seems to have grown more than I would have expected. And the thing about this particular community and this particular subject is once a vulnerable individual gets hooked on it, it's almost impossible for them to get out. They become...
Oh, you going to bed? Alright, see you vice versa. Oh, see ya, James Schaefer. Yeah, you guys have a good night. Get some sleep.
Fully consumed by the idea.
Thanks for coming.
Then you see a dramatic shift in what they used to talk about, and it becomes focused exclusively on gang stalking. For example, this particular channel, you'll see their post history, their upload history dealt most...
That one's not actually him. There are... I'll show you in a second. They're really old pictures, but he's not like a... He kind of hides his face in him, so...
Mostly with religious music. But then 1 year ago, there was a dramatic shift in the content they were putting up. It was no longer religious music. It was entirely dedicated to the concept of gang stalking. And not just videos discussing the subject, but being a victim of it, being a targeted individual.
This is him.
Lazy, dumb, and most of all, they smell even after taking a shower.
That's the real him from like years ago.
Niggers are lazy, and most of all, they smell even after taking a shower.
Jeez, Mr. Medicare, good God, buddy.
You can actually see the effect of this this concept, this community playing itself out on this particular person. You have videos of them simply filming people doing their day-to-day routine and ascribing to that malicious intent. This particular video is 7 minutes long, and all it is this individual filming a woman sitting across from her on the bus. But when you read the description, you suddenly realize you are smack dab in the middle of Crazy Town. They bring up the point that the people sitting across from them are talking about rape in an effort to get this person to live on the street or go to a shelter. And that's not a
7
one-off.
3/8.
This account has multiple videos where they just film random people who don't interact or even talk to them.
No, Haberman is like that big, big giant dude who has who does the picture that where he's like that. But there are two different people.
And it always has something to do with gang stalking. Those people are out to get them. They're what the gang stalking community calls
Stanley.
perpetrators, individuals that are working with an organization or the government or whatever entity they believe is responsible for this, and is targeting them specifically to ruin their lives or drive them insane. And that's an idea that this individual, that people in this community truly believe. Just look at this video title, Gang Stalking. I was drugged and gang raped. This guy here actually told me I raped you too. This guy, whose name is Greg, stalked me to this particular location. This occurred on 2/2/16. He told me that he was one of the men that raped me last year too. I was drugged and gang raped. Well,
Jesus
that sounds
Christ.
pretty intense. You would expect that this would be a massive video. Why didn't this go viral? This man admitted that he drugged and gang raped this woman, and she has it on film. Well, let's look at the video. It's 30 seconds long, and see if you can pick out the point when this man, Greg, tells this person that he gang raped her and drugged her last year.
Actually stalking me to the food pantry. Greg again. Today is February the 2nd, 2016. Time now is 6:55 p.m.
This poor guy, dude. This poor guy is just waiting for his, probably at the DMV or something, and she's just going off on him like he's stalking her. What a psychopath.
2016.
This poor man.
Time now is 6:55 p.m.
He's like trying not to make eye contact.
Absolutely not. I'm going to find out now.
Oh yes, he's nuts. Clearly Greg is the person here that's mentally unstable, even though at no point in that 30-second clip did he ever admit to drugging or gang raping this person. But yes, it's Greg that's the one with the issue. Greg is the person that needed to be filmed for that remarkable confession that only exists in this person's head. And that is symptomatic of the people that believe in this concept of gang stalking. Every single incidental or non-consequential thing, every action an individual around them takes, suddenly has a deeper meaning. It's part of the grand conspiracy, this nefarious plan which exists out in the ether to destroy them. And so when you have a person that's right on the edge, right on the precipice of mental illness, that's one step away from real insanity, and they come across this material, they come across this community that exists on YouTube and elsewhere, it's that final push, it's what's needed to throw them completely off into the deep end. And one of the interesting aspects of this are the common elements that you'll see play themselves out time and time again across each of these accounts. And so I'm going to walk you through some of that. I'm going to introduce you to gang stalking and just how insane it is. So how do you know you're dealing with perpetrators? How do you know you're surrounded by gang stalkers? Well, the first clear, distinct sign that you're being gang stalked would be the hand signals.
If you see these hand signs more than enough times a day, know you're being gang stalked. And I'll show you a few of them.
Wow, Chris. Jesus, dude.
One is here.
Holy shit. You go to the collaborative playlist, you copy the link, you click yes on the prompt that comes up at the top, and then you click, then you just add stuff like it's your own playlist.
Two is here.
Oh, I could probably do that. I could probably do IRL hiking. I haven't been hiking in like 2 weeks because I've been so fucking jammed up with bullshit.
Three.
I gotta get back out there.
4.
Oh, that's right, they use sign language. Pantomiming. They're like a sports coach that's walking the streets trying to get everybody to huddle up and come after you. And what are some of those detailed gestures they might actually do that could possibly tip you off to the fact that they're out there to get you?
When they're signaling, they're revealing to whoever else is surveilling you or the other gang stalkers in the area
this kid.
your exact location.
Dude, you're not being
They're brushing their hair
followed,
to one
dude.
side. It's the side that's closest to me. That's totally
Oh
Masonic.
my God.
It's arch right there. So if someone's doing that, that's like a Freemason thing. And females, they love the hair thing. They're gonna flick their hair on whatever side of their head is closest to where I am.
Now, a sane individual would listen to somebody say something like that,
Yeah, it was a
and come to
scare,
the conclusion
Tom
that this
Z, it
person
was.
is misinterpreting basic behaviors that people engage in on the
Tom Z, that's you, TZ. What's up, dude? Yeah, it was a bit of a scare, but yeah, we're all good.
street. If you have an itchy nose, you scratch it. If your hair's mussed up, you fix it. You maybe hold your arms in a certain way, or you take a certain position because you're uncomfortable around others. Usually when people cross their arms in a crowded area, it's a defensive mechanism because they're not really extroverted. But those small bits of psychology are cast away. They're cast away for the greater conspiracy of gang stalking. And this is information they feed each other. So imagine that you come across this community and you're maybe slightly mentally ill or you're a little off kilter. And these people start telling you, hey, if you see somebody scratch their nose, that means a handler. A handler, by the way, is somebody that controls the perps. The perps are the people that work for the organization to come get you. So if somebody scratches their nose, that must be a handler. And he's got perps working with him that are coming to get you. So you need to be clued into that body language to know that you're in danger. One of the other things to keep an eye out for are vehicles.
High school hurdler, I don't think so. I'll show you guys sometime. I'll show you my license and then me. And the two pictures are probably like 8 years apart. It's bad. I'll put it on the screen. It's really embarrassing. It's really... Yeah, I'll be made fun of forever. Nah, I can't do it. Once that thing's out there, it'll be people's avatars. It'll be everywhere. I can't do it.
Common thing
I'll do it. Hold on.
going to come across if you look into gang stalking, especially on a video website, are the sheer amount of accounts that have video after video
Don't say I never showed myself, my real self to you guys. Don't ever say that after this.
To filming automobiles. Now these videos run the gambit. From people sitting in a parking lot and just filming random individuals in their car, thinking that this is some evidence that they're being gang stalked.
Yeah, see, that's what's funny. You don't like it when being exposed. Putting them right on YouTube, right on blast. Watch them all scurry. Leave them all run. Look at that shit. Now that's gang stalking.
To people actually hiding behind buildings and filming empty and deserted parking lots, waiting for somebody to drive by so they can say, that person's a gang stalker.
They would have to expose themselves if I decided to and was determined to sit here for a little while. They would eventually drive by.
But the craziest bit out of all of the vehicle-related videos is the common idea that red is a giveaway.
2 red ones here, red one there, red one there, red one next to it, and a red one in front of it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that got here after us.
You will come across video after video talking about red automobiles and how that is direct evidence that you are being hunted.
Stepped outside and already got 3 of them. Very consistent with what I've been telling you guys I get gang stalked with. The red and white. Check it out. Another red one. Red one's driving around up front there. This is what I get.
And some of the explanations for why the color red is chosen make even less sense than you could possibly imagine.
We see that there's a red car parked at the end, and that also is a gang stalking pattern. Gang stalking, the core of it is anchoring. It's a neuro-linguistic programming technique which firemen learned when so many of them took neuro-linguistic programming workshops.
Here we go.
I don't know about you, but as a taxpayer, I'm not sure if I want to fund firefighters going on government PSYOP expeditions to screw with the basic citizenry. And so once again...
So that was me when I was 16. That's what I looked like. And then I lost a bunch of weight. And then that's me like from like a year or two ago. Probably like almost 2 years ago. Oh man. Let's not talk about that ever again.
And just like the misinterpretation of behavior out in public as some signaling to other people to stalk someone, we now have people spreading information that if you see a car that's painted a certain color or is driving around a parking lot for whatever reason, that must mean somebody's after you.
Oh, it's embarrassing.
You notice this car's backed up so far over the curb you can barely walk on the sidewalk. That's something they like to do too.
So you have two things now that are screwing with your head. Now that you've been introduced to this community, you're watching people around you. You begin to film them. You become sucked into this paranoia, into this delusion. You want to get it on tape. You want to confront people about it. And they do go out and confront people. They walk up to random people on the streets and accuse them of gang stalking them.
Stop stalking me, right? Don't ever stalk me again.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
About what?
Don't ever stalk me again.
Oh, what a psycho. So she runs up to a mailman doing his mail run and then does this to him.
On the streets and accuse them of gang stalking them.
Stop stalking me, right? Don't ever stalk me again.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
About what?
Don't ever stalk me again.
Who's stalking you about
you. Laugh some more. Do it.
You're crazy.
Is that right?
Yes, it is.
Excuse me, ma'am.
I was the president of the StarCraft clan when I went home to myself to be alone.
I seen this old fake ass bullshit.
But now you see, like, that's why those, like, senior dudes from the basketball team were, like, they just thought I was, like, this little, like, teddy bear kid. Which I guess I kind of was. But yeah, that was me. That was me then and me now. That's pretty bad. Look at that fucking double chin. Look at that. It's just a whole extra chin. Oh, that's bad. Look at I look so happy with myself, right? Oh man. But yeah, then I lost the weight and then life got kind of weird because I would look in the mirror. Oh, that's a whole different. You guys don't give a shit. But I would just say I look in the mirror and like I couldn't even recognize myself anymore. So I had this weird like existential crisis of like, who am I? What did I just do? Like, who is this person I'm looking at? It was weird for a little bit, but then it got normal.
That's American shit.
Yeah, that's alright. That's the last I'll bring that up.
Stalking ass motherfuckers.
I'm deleting that out of my little sources box, so I never have to think
terrorist,
about it.
You're a terrorist. Excuse me, sir. Like, I know that you're a handler, and pretty much everybody else on YouTube, they know that you're a handler. We're wondering why you're out here killing people, man. The signals that you give people to come harass me.
Tough tankers.
What do you gotta say? You know what, bro? I don't know what your problem is, but you know what? I'm just trying to figure out how much you get paid to be a stalker, bro.
I had Top Chat on. So I might have missed some posts from you guys.
Get out of here.
You are connected to the Multnomah County Sheriff's Police Department. You're a fucking murderer. You're trying to cover Officer Eric Carlson's ass. You're a goddamn murderer. You're a fucking poisoner. Sting off.
And all of these confrontations are brought about by misinformation put up on YouTube by other deluded people that got sucked into this too. And so as the individual gets more and more engrossed in this, as they get more and more sucked into this fantasy, into this absolute insane idea that they're being gang stalked by people in the community, they begin to try to explain exactly what's behind it and to monitor its effects on them.
Okay, activity's definitely escalated here. Get back there and turned on the meter, and lo and behold, wow, my head's hot. I can feel the feelings of nausea.
Nausea? Nobody says nausea.
Feeling itchy on the skin and
that's
whatnot.
like, that's, I can't think of it. That's like saying mayonnaise. Mayonnaise. Like, nobody says nausea. Wait, do they? Nausea. No, you say you got nausea. No, you wait. Do you say nausea? You say I'm nauseous. I'm feeling nauseous, or I have nausea, right? Or do you say I'm having nausea? I don't know, man. I forgot how he said it already.
And lo and behold, mind you, the exact same setup on everything. Here's the speaker wire. It's coming in here. It's just sitting here.
Well, that looks like a scientific experiment to me.
He's trying to catch people doing car surveillance on him.
Hook that up to the fucking blinds. Or better yet, let's discuss the fact that every human being on Earth is covered in fungus. And that's what the gang stalkers want.
It also doesn't matter if your body itself is already the antenna.
Yeah, nausea
and it's
is
not from
weird.
A chip, it's not from any of that. There's something on you that
What's
you
up,
can't
Helios?
see. 100% of you have a fungal infection on your skin and in your body.
But oh wait, maybe it's not fungus after all. Maybe they're implanting microchips into you.
When you become a targeted individual, like a victim of electronic harassment. So you need to think, did I go to the dentist? Did I have, dental surgeries? Did I have a flu jab? Did I have any operations? Anything like that? Because that is where you could have been, implanted with a chip.
Don't go to
Have you been offline lately, Helios? I haven't seen you in a bit. But good to see you again.
the dentist. Don't go to the doctor. They're implanting things. And better yet, throw out your television because it gives you nightmares that shock you.
I don't know if they use
That's
TVs
true.
and stuff, but I think they do. Because, like, the nights that I forget to unplug it and sleep with it on, I have, like, these really weird dreams of being shocked. Like, shocked so bad that I drop my phone in the place I'm walking in.
But what do I know? Other people
Can you
are the
imagine how
experts on
nutty
this
that
subject,
girl must
like
be, like,
this guy.
dating her and
I'm
stuff?
gonna lay it to you straight, man, about that gang stalking stuff. It's not really the right term to use for it because you're not being stalked. You're being harassed.
Deep, dude.
I'm sure you're probably wondering,
Deep.
how do I know these things?
Well, you see, I am a victim myself.
Because I do.
Oh,
I mean, fuck it,
okay.
man. He just knows because he
Okay.
knows. You need to back the fuck off and listen to the expert because he do.
Oh, for
and you
sure,
don't.
subject to
And
change,
so when
no
you look at
doubt
the sum
about
of
it.
all, what's the conclusion that you come to? Well, you have a group of individuals that are obviously mentally ill, feeding misinformation to other mentally ill people, creating this weird feedback loop where their paranoia and their delusion keeps getting worse and worse and worse. You can see this play itself out in people like Brian Connors or even Terry Davis. Suddenly, everybody is out to get them. Every car that's parked at a weird angle, every time somebody itches their nose, is all part of the conspiracy that's been created around their life. And perhaps the strangest part about all of this is that the people that believe they're being gang stalked end up behaving like the gang stalkers they think exist.
Yeah.
They're the ones running around with a cell phone camera filming people in public. They surveil them. They tail them and confront them. They're doing exactly what they think is being done to them. In the end, I think the simplest way to put it is the belief in gang stalking does more damage than actual gang stalking. The notion that this monster exists is scarier than the reality of that monster actually existing. It is the idea of gang stalking that is destroying these people.
But with all this gang stalking stuff going on, it's just, like most people say, it runs their life. And it's like literally running my life.
None of them know. Like, that's the thing. When you always ask them, and you're like, so why? What did you do to be gang stalked? And none of them have good answers. Oh my god, is that like a Patrice O'Neill quote bot? That's the best thing I've ever seen on this channel. That's amazing. You can throw anyone who's wanting to make it. Patrice bot. Patrice bot, I love it. Play the vid. Play the vid I put up, you'll see. Alright, hold on. Hold on. Hold on, chap. We'll get your video up in a spiffy. What did you add? You haven't added anything. You haven't added anything in a while. Wait. Chris Young. Wait, Eastwood Escape. Wait, who, which which video? Alright, so Eastwood Escape is talking about something, but then Chris Young said he added a video. Chris Young, you haven't added anything. Like, how long ago did you add it? Yeah, because it's not on there tonight. Alright, let's see. John Wayne Gacy rope trick. What the fuck?
He was simply discussing knots in general. Catch his
What's up, foolish?
Shoelaces, huh? You're in trouble now. Aren't you afraid sitting that close? What the hell? Oh, this is too long. You don't need it this long.
Oh, okay, Versa.
Okay. I had a rosary, which I carried in my pocket. I've always carried a rosary. It was my communion rosary. They said, well, what kind of a knot do you use? They said, what do you mean knot? When I tie things up? I said, depending on what I'm using it for, I said, the only thing I ever learned from Boy Scouts is a tourniquet knot. He said, well, show us what that is. So I took, at that time, and again, it was together, but in order to demonstrate it here, I took the rosary and I said, well, here, you put it around. It's hard trying to do this. Why don't you put your hand out? Okay, here. What I told him, I said, here, all you do is you wrap it around, you put one knot in it. And I said, then you put a
Casey, what's this Albert Fish video? What is that?
Take a stick and stick it in here. And
oh, is it a suicide?
And I said, because it's a tourniquet. I said, that's the only knot I ever learned.
Precisely the kind of knot found on the
Ooh, James McCracken. This sounds interesting. Is reality real? The simulation theory. The simulation argument.
Maybe 1819. MILF, approximately what, late 30s, 40s?
MILF. Classified as a MILF.
Shades.
Triple Crown. No, I'm gonna go till about like 1.5 hours on this one, and then I'll call it a night. So I'm at 46, so I'm halfway there.
Before all this started, all these ones I caught, there were a few ones I couldn't get because there's so many of them. I can't get them all and document them all at the same time.
Okay, you think that's enough? You think that's enough stroke font? You think that's enough border color there? That's like border. Like she set her border up to like 46. You're supposed to do like 3. On way to McDonald's. IA #1 store/storefront. Caught time record all within approximately 17 minutes. 14. 11 captured. What does this mean? So they have code now? They have like secret gang stalking communication code? What the fuck does this mean?
And just ask
oh, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost
Triple
like
Crown,
she
that's
said it, like
nuts.
she was just doing it to harass me. So I'm going to start filming them too and getting the license plates. She's harassing me in a second. She doesn't realize I have a license. I'm legal to kill now because nobody wants to acknowledge. I asked her for the receipt. She just walked away. Yeah. Victoria.
There's a movie called Gacy. I think it's on YouTube. Like the full movie. It's got that guy who... He was in the movie SWAT. He was like the villain in SWAT. Yeah, yeah, it's right here.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, they go fishing. I don't think we can watch it, probably because copyright, but it's on there. If you just type Gacy 2003.
I just asked for a receipt, and I think she forgot about it. Yep. Thank you. Well, that person who's honking, he also...
Oh, nice. Nice, foolish.
He's going to get accountability there. I asked her for a receipt, and she just forgot about it.
Oh, that looks so nice. I need to move to Florida.
That quick.
Looks so nice.
Well, she's a liar and a faker and a hypocrite. She's envy and jealousy. Female mimicker, LA Fitness on 19th Northern. It's on Northern when it intersects with 19th.
How'd you guys find this video? And what exactly are we looking for? Because you guys commented and you were like, if you watch this, you'll see. But what are we looking for again?
License plate BXZ9454. Soul's asking me for a cigarette again.
Oh, I
Besides
meant to
all the other
play.
harassment I'm getting, the envious woman.
I meant to play Alan's intro song, but I forgot. I meant to play it again though. I want to play it like when we get to like a minute. When we get to like 2 minutes left on the countdown, I want to start playing it.
Mimic my image. Yeah, now they want to turn around like cowards, little bums that want to pull off of me. They don't want to acknowledge me other than to come over and ask for a cigarette. Harassment in the second they want to provoke me. Kid, what was that? He flashed some red light on me. Little coward on a skateboard.
He probably thinks you're nuts.
It's approximately what, a little after 8 o'clock? Me? No, you.
Oh shit.
Shut the fuck up, motherfucker! You bitch.
Oh shit.
Look at that. You're a piece of motherfucker. He's
a piece of motherfucker.
Really? That's it.
What the hell? Lady,
Get
get
over
back.
here! Oh, you want to run away like...
Get back in your car. Are you serious? Who is this lady?
No information.
Who was that lady? Her name's just BM, Bowel Movement. Here's one called Is Reality Real? Oh, we wanted to get back into creepy, right? Let's try that Scare Theater channel. Let's see here. We wanted to do creepy. Sort by most popular. I Feel Fantastic explained! Oh, we can get an explanation on that one. That's that video we saw in that playlist. Let's see some other ones they got. Creepy Fourth Wall Breaks. That sounds cool. You guys see anything you like? Who was the Zodiac Killer? Maybe that'd be good. Mimic her hair. I don't see that one. Dude, foolish. I know what you mean, man. It is fucking the worst. I can't take it. I can't take it. Memory hole analysis. That sounds good. Mr. Anime, the murderous YouTuber. Ooh. Cave of Shadow. The Pop Blast incident. No, that's not really going to be very creepy. Hanging Munchkin, Sounds from Hell, and Sony debunked. No, we don't want debunked. We want... Debunked is... That ruins all the fun. Girl Lost in the Odessa Catacombs. Alright, I'll try that one out. Tana Mongoose Stalker Analysis. Let's try that one out. Elliot Roger Analysis. Alright, so that'll be good for some creepy stuff. Scare Theater.
Hey guys,
Wait, we gotta share his channel.
Today, I'm gonna be doing an analysis on...
I said pause, god damn it. Hang on, I gotta share his channel. Scare Theater, if you wanna check his videos out, there it is. Yeah, you can subscribe there to Scare Theater.
I Feel Fantastic, which was requested by Konstantin Tusarov. I really hope I pronounced her name right. Sorry if I didn't. Anyways, here is I Feel Fantastic. Hopefully you guys like the video. There are countless amounts of disturbing videos.
I Feel Fantastic is different than the cave one, I think. Hold on. It's different. I'll show you. It's this video. Ugh. Stop it. Stop. It's like Taylor Swift. Foolish. See you, dude.
You can find on YouTube. And most of them are just blatantly creepy, often using cheap scares such as screamers. However, there are occasions in which there will be a video that isn't directly creepy, but still gives off a very unnerving vibe. One of those videos is I Feel Fantastic. The video depicts a robot standing in a room while singing the words, At times, the robot will be seen sitting on the floor, and at one point, even begin saying, even stranger,
Foolish.
is that at one part
Run,
of the video,
run.
the camera cuts to a shot of a backyard or something for no apparent reason. The entire video has a disturbing feel to it that has certainly gotten to the people who watched it. The robot in this video is known as Terra the Android, and there are several theories as to this video's origins and what it actually means. And that is what I'm going to get to the bottom of. There's one interesting theory about the origin of this robot that is sort of implied in the description of the video posted in 2009. It describes a story in Greek mythology in which Pygmalion, a sculptor, witnesses women prostituting themselves. After they are punished by Venus, Pygmalion no longer had any appreciation for women and decided to create for himself a perfect, pure, unsullied companion. With his skills, he made a statue bride. In essence, what this is trying to say is that Terra may be the work of a modern-day Pygmalion.
This guy's the first MGTOW. The first MGTOW ever. Sounds like I'm on my old mic. Why? I didn't change anything or do anything different. How about now? I curved it back towards me a little bit. Sounds like the old mic. That's impossible. Hold on. Mic, why? No, it doesn't. I didn't change anything or do anything different. No, that doesn't sound like the old mic. The old mic was so much worse.
Most of us find Terra to be very disturbing.
Oh, the narrator.
The creator of her may find it beautiful. This theory really doesn't seem like anything but just guessing, and no one really talks about this one too much, so we'll just skip over it and talk about a much more intriguing theory.
Okay,
One
good.
of the most common rumors about Terra the Android that's circulating around is that the person that created her was a serial killer. And the clothes on Terra are the clothes from his victims. This theory also attempts to explain the strange shot of the backyard by saying that this is where the killer buried his victims. Apparently, he hated how much his victims cried and screamed, so he made the robot say, because that's what he wanted his victims to say. Ever since this theory arose, it caught on quickly, and a lot of people actually believe it to be true. Some people even create their own crazy theories based off of this one. One of the most ridiculous theories I saw that really did humor me was someone saying that whoever built the robot finished making it and was killed by it, and now the robot is out there somewhere looking for more victims. If such a theory were true, it would definitely be on the news, but as always, if you Google any correlation between I Feel Fantastic and a serial killer, you will not find any official news story of it ever happening. So, who did make the robot and why? From what I've heard, the creator of the robot is John Bergeron.
Oh, dang conspiracy nut. That's true. I never thought about that. It is almost the exact name, I think, of that freaking AFV guy.
Get to that later. It would definitely be helpful to see where the I Feel Fantastic video originated.
That makes sense.
A lot of people think that the YouTube channel called Nayu77 belongs to the actual creator of the robot, John Bergeron, but I beg to differ. His video, Fantastic Hey Hey Hey, was posted in 2010, which is not the earliest upload. The earliest upload of the video comes from a channel called Creepiest, and was uploaded in 2009. Now, I don't think that Creepiest belongs to John Bergeron either, because the channel name is called Creepiest, and I don't think Bergeron's original intention was for this robot to be creepy.
I also think I get the sense from the artwork and the way that the robot's dressed and just everything about that video that and the way the camera was used that it's like from the 90s. That it's from like a long time ago. Somebody found it, probably digitized it and put it up. or something. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's from 2009.
Plus, that channel only has one video on it. To be honest, I really don't think John Berggren even has a YouTube channel. He does, however, have a website called geocities.ws/Android music videos.
Old school.
It's an extremely poorly put together website, but it does contain some audio and video files of the Android. And at the bottom, where he does state his name, John Berggren, which confirms that he is in fact the creator of Terra. Apparently, the last time he ever updated the website was in 2006. His Android is also on androidworld.com. So the truth is, he just wanted to create a robot that could sing. He even planned live appearances for it once the hardware was finished. The only thing truly scary about this is how terrible the music was. Okay, so now we know that Terra is just a failed music project and not the product of some psycho serial killer. But that does not explain why there was a random camera shot in a backyard for seemingly no reason. Honestly, I have no idea why that's there, and all I can really do is speculate on this.
And Homestead. Homestead was another one.
Video that we really know of was uploaded in 2009. So, maybe this wasn't the original video. I know that John Berggren has been working on this thing since at least 2004, which would have certainly given someone plenty of time to tamper with the video and upload the edited footage in 2009.
No, I haven't seen that one, Chris. I'll look into it. Oh, I'm sorry, Jay. I haven't seen that one, Jay.
Where would the person have gotten the original video? On John Berggren's website, he provides a link to where you can download 5 of Terra's music videos. If you click on the link now, it will not work. However, if you use the Wayback Machine and view an archive of the website back in 2007, it does show that at one time you could buy some of her music videos. In the description of the site, it says each of her music videos is about 3 minutes long. I Feel Fantastic is only 28 seconds away from 3 minutes. Maybe this was downloaded from the website, and then later edited with that clip of the backyard just to make the whole serial killer rumor seem more realistic. Or maybe John Berggren really did add that clip in there because he thought it would look cinematic or something. A lot of the stuff this guy did was weird, so that really is not too far of a stretch. Although the serial killer theory is a lot more intriguing, it's not true. It's just a robot created to sing terrible music. On that note, you'll be happy to hear that the last update he ever made for Terra was in 2006, which means he probably is not going to be making any more music with her. What a waste of $2,000.
Weird. It's interesting though, like he definitely did his research on that. 5 creepy fourth wall. I'll skip that one because it's possibly going to have memory hole analysis.
Strange YouTube channels aren't a new thing when it comes to this channel. One of them...
Cat Ghost? I'll look into that one. Cat Ghost.
Most obscure YouTube channels that have been requested to me would be Memory Hole. This entire channel just consists of what appears to be old VHS recordings, but these are no ordinary recordings. Some of them are just really weird and nonsensical.
These are the Ninja Turtles. She don't wear no girdle. He ain't got a big muscle, but I'm the one that's doing the hustle for $10,000. It sure makes you holler. Ooh, chiboo, ba-doo, boo, boo.
We've come a long way in the past few years. There's been many good that we've spoken in screams.
But the majority of the content on this channel is just flat out disturbing.
Dude, what the hell? Ugh.
The channel is filled with strange content, and because of how little is known about this channel, it has concerned a lot of people. Especially the several videos on here, which include what appears to be a dead old woman in the vid. Either way, again, it isn't uncommon for muscles to twitch, even when people are dead. Either way, this whole channel is really weird, and gives me a really unnerving vibe whenever I go to it.
Dude.
It didn't take too much digging to find many answers about this channel. Vice managed to
Yeah,
interview
that's
one of
why
the
I fast
editors of
forwarded
Memory
it through
Hole,
it.
who goes by Commodore Gilgamesh. A lot of stuff was actually explained pretty well in the interview. Apparently,
It's not
there are
age
several
restricted
creators
though,
behind
and it's
Memory
been up
Hole,
for 2
and the
years.
entire channel is just really weird archived VHS tapes that they have. Where they got them, however, is interesting. I'm sure you're familiar with the show America's Funniest Home Videos. Well, apparently through all the home videos they look at, there's a lot of dark stuff they don't show in the program. Gilgamesh had the people who run America's Funniest Home Videos give them a massive collection of home videos. Videos that would later become the content of Memory Hole. The interview also goes in depth to some other stuff the creators of Memory Hole had to deal with. I find it funny that even Gilgamesh himself says he doesn't understand Memory Hole. It really puts into perspective how nonsensical the whole thing is. I do recommend you read the full interview if you're interested. So, in essence, Memory Hole is just a much darker version of the America's Funniest Home Videos channel. The creators of Memory Hole actually created another channel 5 years before Memory Hole called Everything is Terrible, which is somewhat similar, but still a different concept. In early 2007, a man named Dimitri Simakis would meet up with some classmates from Ohio University to play the most ridiculous and strange VHS tapes they could find at garage sales and flea markets and whatnot. This led the group to later create the YouTube channel Everything is Terrible.
No, it's just so
in
it
2007,
doesn't.
which is pretty much just a channel.
It's just
that
so it
archives
doesn't like
strange
have
edited
graphic
VHS
stuff
tapes.
on my stream.
The main difference I see
Not
between
not
Everything
to
is
like
Terrible
censor for you guys.
and Memory Hole is that Everything is Terrible seems more edited than Memory Hole.
Huh.
The folks
I only
at
fast forward 5 seconds too, so.
Everything is Terrible have even been on tour to show people all the strange VHS tapes they have found. In addition, they also plan to go on tour with Memory Hole to show people more weird stuff. So, in short, the purpose behind Memory Hole is actually pretty simple. It's essentially just a darker, more disturbing version of America's Funniest Home Videos. What really intrigues me, though,
I've never seen this
is
channel.
what in the world was going on in the heads of the people who originally created these VHS tapes. Thank you
Yeah.
for watching, and I will see you on the flip side.
Just weird. Mr. Anime, the murderous YouTuber.
There's a bunch of great YouTubers out there who post great content of all different kinds. Some of these YouTubers have millions of subscribers, allowing them to make a living off of it, while others are relatively small channels. Think about how bizarre it would be if a YouTuber that you enjoyed watching...
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. I
one
just
day
didn't
decided to
know
carry
at
out a
first if
mass
it was
murder.
real or not. I didn't know
That is
what the
exactly
deal
what
was.
happened with Mr. Anime.
I
Mr.
probably,
Anime,
looking back on it, I didn't need to, but just in the
also
moment,
known
I
as
was
Trey
like, what the
Eric
hell is
Sessler,
this?
is the creator of a relatively small YouTube channel that was mainly focused around reviewing anime. In addition to anime, he would also post short films. One short film he made,
Yeah,
which stars
Video
both
and A
his
is so
brother,
good.
Mark, and his mother, Rhonda, was The Panda Flies at Midnight. He also seemed to have a fascination with guns, and even created an anime review in which he held a rifle for nearly the entire review.
Because today I'm reviewing the zombie epic, High School of the Dead.
This isn't the first time we've taken a look at a killer who made videos prior to when they carried out the murder. Ricardo Lopez and Alvaro Castillo are somewhat similar to Trey Sessler. However, what differs Trey Sessler from these people is that Ricardo Lopez and Alvaro Castillo seem like very eccentric and mentally disturbed people right from the start. Sessler, however, seemed like a very normal person. In fact, he actually seemed like a really nice and charismatic person. He's the last person I would ever expect to do something like this. Trey Sessler also had a dream of creating YouTube videos for a living. In one of his videos, where he discusses NEETs, which stands for Not in Education, Employment, or Training, he said that he would love to make a living reviewing anime.
I would absolutely love to make a living off.
No, I never did that myself.
In another video titled, Mr. Anime is Planning Something, he mentioned that he has been successful with Google AdSense.
The Google AdSense thing has been going great.
Yeah, that's the Bjorn stalker. That's the one who like killed himself. Yeah, he is a creep and a half.
Not long after this, he made another video announcing that he ended up finding a full-time job, which involves film, which is something that he enjoys.
I now found a full-time job in a department that I'm interested in, which is film.
Throughout Trey Sessler's YouTube career, he started showing a few signs that his sanity was slipping, such as researching serial killers and using real guns in his videos. At one point, He even made a video discussing the school shootings that have been happening, and how it's scary that anyone could be a victim.
I'm ranting on something a little bit anime unrelated. I'm ranting on all the shootings that have been happening.
Another strange thing Sessler did was call the police and told them that a bullet whizzed by his head and that he had his guns ready. On March 20th, 2012, Trey Sessler finally snapped. He called his mother out to the garage and shot her 4 times in the torso. He then proceeded to go inside and murder his brother and father. After this, he planned to shoot up the Waller Junior High School.
God damn it, fucking Tim and Random Consumer are just spamming my picture from 2007. You fuck, you guys.
He wanted to kill at least 70 people.
God damn it.
Not long after killing his family, he went to Waller Junior High School with an assault rifle and more than 100 rounds. For some reason, he decided not to shoot up the school.
Back in the day, yeah, you could just record stuff you rent. It was almost like owning it.
He went to Sessler's home that day and discovered the bodies of his family. They also discovered that Sessler wrote the following on the door: "I will never forgive myself. I don't know why I did this. God help me." After this, a warrant for Trey Sessler's arrest was issued. Later that night, an officer found him driving his car and arrested him. When Trey Sessler was interrogated by the police, he said the idea of shooting up the high school was planned by him and one of his friends. I have no idea who this other friend is or what happened to him, since this detail really isn't talked about too much. For all I know, Sessler might have been lying. He didn't really give a motive for why he did this, and no one knows what was going through his mind at the time of killing his family.
I turned my voice down a little
so they would not
bit.
have to know what he was planning to do. One thing that really makes this sad
There we go.
is that unlike a lot of other murderers like this, you could tell that Sessler really felt horrible for what he did, and he fully understood how serious everything was. During the interrogation, there were several times when he would actually tear up. Trey Sessler was eventually sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Sessler actually said he wanted to be in prison because it made him feel better.
He stated that he wants to be behind bars. It seems that he feels relieved by that.
In my opinion, this is one of the saddest topics I've talked about on this channel. Trey Sessler seriously seemed like a good person, and I have no idea what would drive him to do such a thing. It was obvious that he really regretted what he did, but still, he committed an unforgivable crime and needs to pay the consequences for that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the flip side.
Good shit. Yeah, I do want it to be louder than the video sound, just so I don't have to pause it every time I talk.
Nearly 200 feet below sea.
Girl lost in Odessa catacombs. Wait, let's just go on this stalker thing for a second. So this girl, Tana Mangu, is like this famous YouTube girl. She's got 3.6 million subs. She just got in big trouble for having this convention that she just botched the entire thing. She fucked everything up. It was a disaster. So, like, PewDiePie made a video, Tana for prison, but it's a joke, but it's kind of also, like, making fun of her for like, hosting this, basically, scam convention called TanaCon. H3 has a good video.
Now, I know a lot of you
where
guys
he talks about
have
it.
been following the TanaCon thing.
So if you are interested in that, it's there. Yeah, iDubbbz like destroyed her. He did a content cop, it's almost like a Jocktober type thing.
Hey guys, what's up?
He went
It's
in
Scarce
on
Theater
it.
here. Now, in the past on the...
Did he just say it's Scarce Theater?
Hey guys, what's up? It's Scarce Theater here.
He did!
Now, in
He's
the past
doing
on
the
this channel, I've talked
Scarce
about popular
thing.
YouTubers who are dealing with stalkers, or just going through some type of drama, such as Elisa Lam and Marina Joyce. Another popular YouTuber going through some stalker stuff is a girl named Tana Mongeau. She just makes vlogs, storytime videos, and stuff like that.
I'll be right back.
A
I'm
little
so
over a
fucking
year ago,
hungry.
Before August of 2015,
It's getting me distracted.
she had only around 1,000
I'm
subscribers.
gonna get some rice.
Until she made a series of videos talking about a boy who was stalking her. If you want the full details of the entire stalker situation, I'll leave a link to a playlist of all the videos she made about it in the description. It'll take a couple of hours to watch those videos, so if you're tight on time, I'll try to summarize the situation in just a short amount of time. On July 21st, 2015, Tana posted a video titled, my creepy stalker story. To sum up the video, she just says that in 2nd grade, there was a kid in her class that had a crush on her, and he used the school directory to call her house, and whenever she got on the line, he would just repeatedly tell her how much he loved her. He did this very obsessively until he was called down to the principal for this, and when he was questioned for why he did this, he simply said it was because he loved her. In 5th grade, the same kid made a MySpace page dedicated to her, talking about how much he loved her. Once again, he was called down to the principal, and his reason for doing this was because he loved her. In 8th grade, he made a Facebook page dedicated to Tana, but this time, he expressed how much he hated her. Tana ends the video by saying that now, present time, the stalker is back, but this time on Instagram. However, she does not give us his name or his Instagram account or anything like that. On August 7th, she made an update about the stalker, essentially just explaining why she couldn't tell her audience any of his personal information. She also begins a video by thanking her subscribers since she had risen from around 1,000 subscribers all the way to 7,000 in a very short amount of time.
I just had 1,000 subscribers like a week ago, and now there are 7,000 of you.
In another update video, she posted on August 30th, she updates everyone with even more disturbing details about the stalker. This included how the stalker would send her texts telling her where she was all the time, and revealing a lot of personal information about her. Fortunately, she got help from the police, and the stalker was put in jail, according to her. On March 9th, she made yet another video about her stalker. She expressed concern that her stalker was actually breaking into her house because, oftentimes, she would leave the house, and when she would come back, things would be moved around or not be as she left them. On one occasion, her mother came home and brought something inside, and when she went back to her car, all her car doors were shut and locked, and her key was inside the car. Tana's next video is probably the most unnerving one. Tana explains how she woke up one morning, and her Polaroid camera was beside her bed. She then went to her suitcase where she thought she left the Polaroid camera, and in the suitcase was 2 pictures. One was hard to distinguish what exactly it was, but the second picture was a photo of her sleeping. She also received a disturbing email from who she believed to be her stalker. The email depicted a graphic story of someone admiring a girl and then murdering her. I'll talk more about the story later. She pretty much ends the video explaining that she's going to move out of the house because she no longer feels safe there anymore. That pretty much summarizes the events of Tana Mongeau's stalker situation so far. Today, Tana Mongeau has over 2 million subscribers. This blow-up was mainly caused by her stalker videos. Because of this, a lot of people believe that she is making all this up for attention. As of now, there are 2 main theories. Pretty simple actually. One is that she's telling the truth, and the other one is that she is lying for attention. And I actually have another possible theory which I'm going to propose near the end of the video. For now, let's take a look at both these theories and try to make an educated decision. Please be open-minded while watching this. First, we'll look at the reasons for why Tana might be lying about this. A lot of people mainly suspect this because of how much attention she has gained from this. It is true, she has gained a lot of attention from the stalker situation. In July of 2015, which is when she first posted the stalker video, she had less than 7,000 subscribers. Now she has over 2 million subscribers, and some of her most popular videos are the ones about the stalker. Now, just because someone gained a lot of popularity from a video doesn't mean that they're lying. So we need a little more evidence than that if you want to make such a conclusion. One huge reason some people don't believe Tana is because of an inconsistency in one of her videos. Remember that video where she mentioned the creepy story that her stalker sent to her? Well, she said she looked all over the internet to see if that story was plagiarized or something, because she wanted to see if her stalker wrote the story about her, or if the stalker just copied and pasted the story from somewhere else. She said she even paid money for some websites to check for plagiarism. She said she was not able to find any other source where the story could have come from.
And I spent the entire 4-hour plane ride searching every plagiarism website. No traces of plagiarism. It's written by the writer.
This is really strange because it's actually extremely easy to find where that story came from. I literally just typed in the first sentence of the story on Google, and I found the exact same story on a short, scary story website. So it's really odd she was not able to find it, despite how much effort she claimed to put into it. Even weirder is that Tana actually changed parts of the story as she was reading it to us, to make the girl in the story seem more like herself. For example, There's one line in the story that referred to the girl as having blue eyes, but Tana changed it to blue-green eyes.
Behind the shut lids were the brightest
I'm
blue-green
back.
eyes he'd ever seen. Baby blue, he called them.
The guy who sent the story
Wow,
to Tana
she just
was actually not her
plagiarized a
stalker.
fucking scary
Just some
short
random dude
story.
sent that story to 50 random
What a
people
nut.
as a prank. One thing that I find kind of strange is that Tana says she knows who her stalker is. She even had him sent to jail at one point. So, if she knows his name and what he looks like and everything like that, why can't you get the authorities after him? It should be easy. I know that she probably doesn't know where he lives, but in one of her videos, she said the FBI was getting involved, so I feel like it shouldn't be too difficult a task for them to track him
No, some chicken and rice. Some good old chicken and rice.
down. I also find it odd that she keeps making videos about this. She makes it clear how terrified she is, but she keeps giving her stalker attention, which surely is only going to make him continue doing this. So, the only objectively strange thing about her story so far is all the weird stuff that has happened regarding the email that she was sent. Now let's look into some of the reasons for why she could actually be telling the truth. Just off the top of my head, one thing that makes this sort of believable is the fact that she actually included the creepy email she got in the video. We know for a fact that this email was not sent to her by her stalker. So if Tana is lying about the whole stalker situation,
Lyle.
and she obviously knows that that email has nothing to do with the stalker.
That would be the right kind of
So if
karma,
she's
though.
lying, why would she even include the email in the first place? Wouldn't that just be a sure way to get caught? The fact that she included this makes it seem like she could be telling the truth. In one of Tana's final videos she made about the stalker, she seems very, very convincing. In the video, she's pretty much just answering all of her questions about the stalker, and even addresses the people who think she is lying. The video gets convincing when it reaches the part where she is on the verge of crying.
So for everybody asking my family standpoint, that is it. I don't know. I'm fucking scared.
Oh, please. This girl has mastered the art of fake crying by now.
And it does look pretty
absolutely
real.
mastered it.
She also shows us that she is balding a little bit from the stress.
Oh, please.
Now, maybe she's just a really good actress, and maybe she just created the bald spot herself to sell it. But I think all this looks fairly convincing.
No, it
now, here's the
doesn't.
third theory that I was
What are you
talking
talking
about
about?
earlier. I'm not saying this is what I think is the case, but it's just a possibility that I thought of. Maybe her first couple stalker videos were true, but then she saw how much popularity it got her, so she made more stuff, and this time made some stuff up so she could get more attention. Once again, I'm not saying this is true, it's just a possibility. So if you want to know which of these I think is true, I'm not going to tell you for a few reasons. One,
Oh, my
I don't
mic's
think we
on.
really have
Shit,
enough
sorry, guys. Eating with my fucking mic on. I meant to turn it off.
information yet to make a solid conclusion. But the main reason is because I know a bunch of people will be angry at me, regardless of what I choose. If I say she's telling the truth, then a lot of you will get angry at me for being too gullible.
Jordan's
If I say she's
out.
lying,
Jordan's out
then
on
a lot
this
of you will
video.
get angry at me for being too skeptical. So really,
It's it's
I'm
actually
presenting the
over. It's
facts here,
basically over.
and I'll let you guys decide what you believe based on what I covered here. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the flip side.
How about an Elliot Rodger analysis?
Loneliness, rejection, and the need to feel loved by someone are emotions that most of us can identify with. Dealing with these emotions can often bring up feelings of inadequacy or even anger. Many people are able to find healthy ways of dealing with feelings like these, while others can only resort to destruction, which is exactly what Elliot Rodger did when he murdered 6 innocent people on May 23rd, 2014. One of the reasons why I personally think the whole Elliot Rodger case is interesting is because of his videos he uploaded to YouTube prior to the massacre he committed. There are 21 videos of his uploaded to YouTube, so I'll just quickly walk you through them. The first video on his channel was uploaded on February 14th, 2014. The video just depicts him admiring the sunset while listening to Heaven is a Place on Earth while drinking coffee. His next 2 videos are just him filming a plane land.
Yo, that whole thing that just reminds me way too much of myself. That I would fucking do that in a second. A nice sunset, a nice ooh baby, do you know what that's worth? And then just a nice cup of coffee. That sounds like a good time. I would have been Elliot's friend.
Landing after his vacation in England.
Oh, we watched it
And
already?
The next video is just 26 seconds of a 4th of July party.
Are you sure we
Elliot
watched it
Rodger's
already?
next video just shows him talking to his younger brother, Jazz, at an overlook. He seemed like a pretty decent older brother from this video, and we know that he was because in Elliot Rodger's manifesto.
Lagging a little bit, so don't worry. If the stream goes down, it's probably just a lag out.
I just thought seeing one of his interactions with a stranger was interesting.
It's all right.
Is he friendly?
Yeah, normally he is, but he's a little worried about your camera.
Oh, that's okay.
His next 4 videos just show him driving in his car while listening to 80s music. However, the description of the 4th one was sort of interesting. It said,
"Oh,
I temporarily took down all of
Why, yes, Shrimptail, it is a new mic. Let me tell you all about it." George, it's a sensitive subject, George.
my vlogs due to the alarm
No
it
pun.
caused some people
Nah,
in my
never mind.
family.
No, never mind.
I'll post more updates in the future.
Supposedly, Emily's talking to her about. Dude, I didn't know she took it that seriously. I did not know there was like that much tension about this. It's just a joke. I did it, and it was funny because of how outlandish and ridiculous it
I went to the
was.
Wayback Machine to try to find an archive of the page before May 1st, which was when this video was posted, to see if I could find at least one of the titles of the vlogs that he removed. I couldn't find any though. His next video, however, does say in the description that it was a re-upload of one of the vlogs that he removed, but still, this is only one of those vlogs, and it sounded like he was talking about several. So, onto the vlog he re-uploaded. It's titled, Being Lonely on Spring Break Sucks. He just talks about how lonely he is, and how girls don't like him.
Right now it's spring break. Everyone else my age is out having fun with their friends and their girlfriends. Here I am, taking lonely walks through a park.
But he does note at one part that the beauty of the park helps him forget about his pain, while others are having fun on spring break.
But still, I have to admire the beauty of this place.
His next videos are once again just him driving in his BMW while listening to 80s music. His next video that actually consisted of something was titled, Why Do Girls Hate Me So Much? In this video, he's pretty much just rambling about his loneliness again, but a little bit of narcissism does shine through. He talks about how great of a guy he is and how he's the one who deserves all the girls, not everyone else. His next video is extremely similar to this one. He once again rambles about his loneliness, and even goes as far as to say that it is an injustice that other guys can get a girl, but he can't.
Well, I've had to rot in loneliness all my life. It's not fair. It's such an injustice.
In the next video, he speaks more about his
Stanley.
childhood. He mentions that he wishes he could be a child again because that
Oh,
would
so
seem more fair.
I'll explain it after the video, but it's not. I'll just explain it because it's really short. There's always been like this joke about Rolly is a spy for Polish Ray Apple. Like, it's a joke because it's like ridiculous. I mean, it's just funny. Like, it's not supposed to be real, but I guess like there's actual tension or something. Like, she really doesn't like it. So there was this video where Rolly and Polish are mentioned in the same video. And it was linked while we were all on voice chat. So just as a joke, I just wrote this thing like, "Hello, what is the best way to contact you? I would like to talk to you about the suspicious connection between Polish Ray Apple and Rolly." And then like 5 minutes later, she got on and she was really pissed off about it. And she's like, "I'm leaving this Discord for good." And she left and like got pretty mad. She was pretty fucking mad. I was like, it was just it's not meant to be like a serious thing. It was not meant to be. So I guess some people, I don't know, I guess she takes it seriously. What can you do? You know, I can't really take it back. What can I do?
This is a point that he emphasizes a lot in his manifesto.
She won't believe me either when I say, like, I don't really think that. I think it's a joke. Like, it's just funny because it's how ridiculous it is. But she just won't believe me.
The way he describes it is that when he was a kid, people were more...
Yeah,
equal,
whatever,
but
exactly.
as he grew up,
What can you
he
do?
started to realize the hierarchy that set people apart. He at one part says in the video that he hates girls since none of them ever liked him.
No girls liked me. And I hate them all for it.
His next video is also a little
Jose.
weird. He's filming a couple at the beach from his car and talking about how envious he is of them. He speaks about how much fun they must be having and what they'll probably...
Life isn't fair.
The final video available on his channel was uploaded on May 23rd, 2014 and is titled, Elliot Rodger Lonely Vlog, Life is So Unfair. In this video, he's at a golf course talking about how the beauty of the environment is one of his only escapes. His narcissism shines through again when he sees his reflection in the car and talks about how awesome he is.
Check it out. There's me.
That's very true, Jordan. It might be sort of like the sarcasm of it might be just lost in translation.
All my fabulousness.
Shrimptail.
Oh yeah. Elliot Roger. I am so awesome.
Once he's in the car, he once again talks about how unfair life is, and ends the video by saying that his predicament is an injustice that needs to be dealt with.
It's an injustice.
That's a good point, actually, Lyle. That's a great point. That's probably a big factor in this.
His last video isn't on his channel for some reason, but it was called Elliot Rogers Retribution. In the video, he says that he will punish girls for not liking him. He isn't very clear about what he means by punishing them, until he says that he will take great pleasure in slaughtering them.
I'll take great pleasure in slaughtering all of you.
He shares his plans to murder girls in a sorority house, and then go to the streets of Isla Vista and kill every single person he sees.
After I've annihilated every single girl in the sorority house.
Yeah, he really isn't a bad-looking dude. Like, he could have just, like, worked on himself and became, like, a little bit more outgoing or something. He would have been fine. But he fucked up.
He ended up stabbing to death both of his roommates and one of their friends.
What a dick.
Later that night, at about 9:17, he uploaded his retribution video that I just showed you, and then emailed his manifesto to about a dozen acquaintances and family members. His manifesto can be read online if you're curious about it. After uploading the video, he carried out the plan that he described. He drove to a sorority house near the University of California, Santa Barbara, and knocked on the door for a few minutes.
Why is the fact that it's a little 8-bit Nintendo, Super Nintendo graphics thing, why is that so funny? It just looks so stupid. It's like it put Elliot Rogers in Pokemon.
No one answered. At this point, he just shot 3 Delta 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 sorority sisters who happened to be nearby, killing 2 of them and injuring 1. He got back into his car and drove around the city, continuing to kill several more people.
Haha, Helios, that's a good point.
He ended up shooting 8 people and also hit 7 people with his car. His massacre ended when he crashed his car and then shot himself in the head. All in all, he murdered 6 people and injured 14. One thing that I found particularly interesting about Elliot Roger was that a lot of the issues that led him to doing this actually were problems that weren't all that uncommon. I know that there are a lot of other factors that weigh into this, but the main reason he was driven to do all of this was because he was lonely and felt unloved by everyone. These are emotions that I'm sure a lot of us can identify with. I believe this is the reason why you can find so many people in the comment section that can relate to this guy. The only difference between Elliot and the other lonely people is that Elliot was crazy enough to resort to killing people. I want to make it clear that I am in no way trying to justify this guy's actions because there's absolutely no excuse to kill anyone. I'm just saying that it isn't terribly unusual to have some type of understanding of him. Like I said earlier, there was obviously some other things that were wrong with him, since a normal person dealing with these issues would not have went out and killed a bunch of people. A lot of people assume that Elliot Roger was a psychopath, but I personally don't think he was for one main reason.
Oh, okay,
My
Stanley.
understanding, psychopaths
It's almost
are
over,
very
though.
charming people and have very good social skills, so it would be very easy for a psychopath to get a girlfriend. However, Elliot obviously struggled with this.
Haha, Chris
Another
Young.
controversial thing
Seriously.
going around is that Elliot Roger had Asperger's or high-functioning autism, but I don't know if this is actually true or not. I'm not completely denying that he was somewhere on the spectrum, but I've heard from other people with autism that his childhood behavior that he detailed in his manifesto doesn't really match up with the usual behavior of a child who is somewhere on the spectrum.
I know, he is he really is pushing it with that. He really is.
Was narcissistic personality disorder, and I actually agree with that. Starting out with the obvious, this guy showed a lot of narcissistic traits in a lot of his videos.
Fuck
He literally
yeah.
titled one of them, "I'm Awesome," and in one video, he talks about how awesome he is when he sees his own reflection. Not to mention that he always talks about how much of an injustice it is that girls don't like him. In his final video, he even compares himself to a god.
I will be a god compared to you. You will all be animals. You are animals, and I will slaughter you like animals.
Ooh, what a badass.
Personality disorder traits make it clear that he has quite a few of these symptoms. But then again, I'm obviously not a psychologist or anything like that, so I honestly have no idea. Maybe he was a psychopath, or maybe he did have autism, or maybe he was just depressed. Honestly, I can only speculate. At the end of the day, Elliot Roger was a lonely person who felt like women as a whole wronged him, when in reality, they probably just didn't even know he existed. Although the pain he was feeling was real, he had absolutely no excuse to kill people as a result. I'm sure everyone can agree with me when I say that a better solution would have been to get to the root of his problem and fix it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the flip side.
Yeah, what a fucking nut. Is reality real? Alright, let's watch this one. I'll probably end it, like, in the next... I'll probably watch, like, 2 or 3 more videos. So, like, this one, and then, like, a couple others. If anyone wants one they really want to get on tonight, let me know, because I'll play it in the last couple.
Humans are unable to experience the true nature of the universe unfiltered. Our senses and brains can only process... We humans are unable to experience the true nature of the universe unfiltered. Our senses and brains can only process a fraction of the world. So we have to use concepts and tools to learn about the true nature of reality. Technological progress not only widened our knowledge about the universe, it also made us aware of unsettling possibilities. In the future, it might become possible to simulate entire universes. But if this is an option, how can we know that it's not already happened? What if we are not creators, but creations? Is it possible that we are not real and we don't even know it?
Who is Ice Poseidon? Alright, I'll put that on. A couple people in here like him. Or like watching the streams. I don't know if they like him, but...
If our current understanding of physics is correct, then it's impossible to simulate the whole universe with its trillions and trillions of things. But we don't actually need to anyway. We only need enough universe.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm glad I streamed.
Simulation into thinking
glad you guys found it and everything. Glad I wasn't banned.
We only need the space our subjects are allowed to explore.
The vast universe could just be a flat projection, and they would have no way to know.
What about small things like cells or bacteria? We don't really need them. When you use a microscope, what you see could be instantly created. Same with atoms. The chair you're sitting on right now does not need to be simulated with quadrillions of atoms. We just need the outermost layer of it. It might be empty inside until you decide to break it open.
Oh, I wanted to see Ready Player One. I might try to watch it. Yeah, I love the movie Live, Die, Repeat. Edge of Tomorrow, Live, Die, Repeat. I like that movie. Like, I always suggest that to people. If you want just a light movie, like simple, to the point, but really cool plot, watch Edge of Tomorrow, Live, Die, Repeat.
Your body might feel like it's filled with bubbly things, but it might be empty until you open it. The minimum requirement for our simulation is only the consciousness of our virtual humans. Our subjects just need to think the simulation is real. Okay, so are we being simulated? Well, maybe, but there are a few conditions that need to be met. Obviously, we have no authority over this topic, so please take everything we say with a grain of salt. Based on a modified version of the original simulation argument by Nick Bostrom, we have 5 assumptions for you. If they're true, you, dear viewer, are living in a simulation. Assumption 1. It's possible
definitely.
To simulate
it's a cool
consciousness.
movie.
Nobody knows what consciousness is. For the sake of argument, let's assume that you could generate consciousness by simulating a brain. Brains are pretty complex.
If you count every interaction between synapses as one operation, your brain runs at about 10 to the power of 17, or 100 million billion operations per second. Let's generously assume we found. Let's say we want to simulate 200 billion humans with an average lifespan of 50 years. 1 year has 30 million seconds, times 50 years, times 200 billion humans, times 10 to the power of 20 operations.
Oh fuck, guys, this is gonna get me blocked. I'm pretty sure. It's not giving me the warnings anymore. It used to give me a warning last time. It just blocked me.
Times 200.
Fuck. I'll try a little bit more, but I'll probably pause a lot to talk in between.
Operations.
So we need a computer able to handle 1,000,000 trillion operations per second.
Oh yeah, you could just use Tim Manley.
More operations
he could do that
than there are stars in the observable universe. A computer like this is just him.
You guys think don't chance it? Yeah, I was thinking that too, but I didn't want to ruin it because we were right in the middle of it. Hold on, let's see what else we got. Somebody added Kid Rock, ball with the ball. Ball with the ball. Ball with the ball, da bang, boogie, boogie. Boogie set the boogie, set up, jump the boogie. What the fuck lyrics these?
Every day, Team Camry tracks thousands of internet threats around the world. In recent years, our threat data has highlighted the increase in custom targeted attacks. These attacks typically use dedicated servers, proxies, compromised machines, and malicious email to compromise and steal data from victims. Our data has revealed targeted attacks directed at government agencies in Eastern Europe, the Middle East, and Asia. Along with academic and government victims, we have also noticed commercial entities compromised, such as an Australian mining conglomerate. Using our unique data and insight, we were able to estimate the amount of data being stolen from victim networks. Based on our research, we estimate that up to 30,000 systems had data stolen over a period of a few years. This estimate is based on 500 servers, each connected to about 20 victims at a time. Each server extracts about 2.4 gigabyte of data every day. That is a total of more than 1 terabyte stolen, every day, ongoing. With an unmatched combination of in-depth experience investigating such cases, exceptional and highly vetted data sources, as well as unparalleled network insight.
Oh, you out of here,
we
Stanley?
have unique capabilities understanding these threats.
Yeah, I'm gonna
How
end
can we
it.
help
Probably
you?
end it
Team
after
Camry
this.
has launched their Enterprise Intelligence Service. Contact us for more information using a web form on our EIS page.
Modern America first saw light on a Hollywood.
Let me see here. Yeah, I'll probably end it. Let's see if I can get one more. One more like 5-minute juicy one. I never saw Joe Dirt 2 either. It was one of those things where yeah, was it straight to DVD? I don't remember. It looked really, really silly though. Did Trump really predict 9/11?
Donald Trump continues to dominate the
This
news
is gonna be
cycle
this will be the last video for tonight, and then I'll be back sometime either this weekend or Monday or something. Hopefully though, I think I'll be back Sunday night. I'll do another one Sunday night. Oh yeah, Jordan, good call. Good call, dude. I almost forgot. All right, so this will be the last one instead.
There is not one person that has changed the live streaming industry more than Ice Poseidon.
There's one clip of him where it's called Ice Poseidon Evolution. The evolution of Ice Poseidon. And that like almost made me want to root for the guy. Like he is definitely, I think he's like a nerd who's trying really hard not to be a nerd, but you can just tell that he is one. But there's nothing wrong with that. I think I kind of did the same thing in my life. Like I just always was that like not introvert, but like loner kind of person, and then I had to try to learn not to be. So I kind of get it.
From humble beginnings of RuneScape.
But sometimes he goes over the top. He tries too hard to be like, yeah, I'm like a fucking cool man. But he's not a bad dude.
Staking thousands of dollars worth of gold to becoming the lead innovator of viral streaming, Ice Poseidon has single-handedly taken a multi-billion-dollar industry and redefined what it means to be an entertainer. That, and formed a toxic, racist, cult-like fanbase that has taken a controversial emote of a black guy, spammed it a few 100 million times, and plagued every Twitch chat with toxicity well after Ice's permanent ban from Twitch. Ice's fanbase is known as the Purple Army, and will destroy everyone and everything close to him. Whether it's through
I kind of do too,
swatting,
comedy.
or check marks on his subreddit, the Purple
you
Army
gotta
have
be
been
who you
proven many
are.
times over to be the most toxic community in the streaming industry. While many people see Ice as a villain, to his fans, he's just an autist with a selfie stick. In this video, I'll be going over the story of Ice Poseidon. Paul Zanina was born September 29th, 1994.
By the way, let me see really quick while I'm still on. Let me send a message to Devola and Tad and see if Devola's around. Because we are still going to do that WWE stream, but Devola's been really busy lately.
Charleston, South Carolina. As a child, Paul was very horny. One day after getting dropped off at school by his grandmother, Paul went into class and showed a girl his newly bedazzled penis. Paul got suspended and became the laughingstock of his entire school. During his suspension, Paul read a joke on eBum's World about a guy who used peanut butter to get his dog to lick his dick. Paul thought this was a revolutionary idea and took his dog Patrick, dunked his dick in peanut butter, and had his dog get him off. Paul's parents, Enza and Michael, quickly found out, since he left a small penis imprint in the peanut butter jar. Enza and Michael didn't want to raise a kid with problems and decided to send him to a camp for mental disabilities. After a few weeks, Paul created a gang with other mentally challenged kids where they would share each other's prescriptions. This is where he learned he loved creating autistic communities. One day, Paul was making macaroni art and started covering himself with glue. One of the girl campers saw Paul and tried to stop him, but accidentally got stuck to him. Nowhere to run, Paul started talking to her and asked her the upcoming dance. She said yes, but warned him that she was a transgender. Paul said, "I'm gonna rim your ass," and explained he didn't care what's down there as long as she can suck a mean dick. Paul and the trap danced all night, and once it was over, Paul brought the trap back to his Lightning McQueen bed, took out his Skippy jar, dunked his dick, and had the trap give him head, making it the best
Jordan,
night of his
nice.
life. After 3 months, Paul returned home and received the goodie bag from camp. Inside was a magnet, a wristband, and a free month to a game called RuneScape. Paul began playing RuneScape and got addicted immediately. Unfortunately,
God, look at that old
his parents
school.
gave up on him after they realized the camp didn't cure his autism.
His dad is
and with
the
no
best.
social skills or skills at all, he was going down a dark path to minimum wage. Paul's mother, Enza, is a professional bodybuilder and didn't want to give up on her son that easily.
I
So,
can't believe that
she
she's
started
an actual bodybuilder. That's fucking insane. So that's why he became Lean Ice 44. No, it's not really serious. It's like tongue-in-cheek. It's like kind of sarcastic and like doing the memes and stuff. But he just does it so subtly that he pretends that like he is fully serious about it.
slipping some of her steroids in his Lucky Charms. This made Paul want to work out, and he created the alias Lean Ice 44. He used this name on bodybuilding forums, striving every day to become
Lean
the next
Ice
Ziz.
44.
While the steroids worked for some time and somehow made Paul 2 inches taller.
Dude, we should go down the Z's hole sometime. Go down the Z's, the mystery of his death hole.
The effects were only temporary, and he went back to being addicted to RuneScape. Paul wanted to use his autism to make RuneScape videos, and although his videos were getting 2 upvotes on r/RuneScape, he realized he didn't have the attention span for making videos and decided to go into live streaming. Paul became Ice Poseidon and began live streaming on Twitch in early 2015. He understood the RuneScape community and knew they loved 3 things: fedoras, edgy humor, and trolling. Ice initially gained fame from his RuneScape streams, closing doors on players attempting to train the prayer skill. From there, he and his roommate Boldasad created the Purple Army and began trolling one of the biggest clans in old school RuneScape, Rot. Ice told the Purple Army to spam a smiley face known as CX to market his streams. CX was soon spammed in every stream, zone, and forum on RuneScape.
That's so smart. That the fact that he did that, it's something that a lot of people don't do, but it's so smart for marketing. I remember that H3H3 had a stream one time, and everyone was just spamming CX. Everyone in there was just CX. And it makes people say, like, what does CX mean, and why? How are all these people here in this giant group all saying it? And so when you tell them what it is, they want to check it out. It's pretty genius marketing.
He was later...
I don't even know if he did it on purpose or if he knew what was going to happen, but it was smart.
Known for staking huge amounts of gold, trolling in deadman mode, and being the leader of the Emily Fake Cancer meme.
Emily only faked cancer once. Emily only faked cancer once. Yahoo! Yahoo!
While these yielded Ice success, nothing brought more attention to his stream than tryhard song requests. Ever since the beginning of Twitch, viewers would try to get streamers to play songs with the N-word to get a reaction. Ice embraced this idea, and would purposely have his right headphone out while he's streaming. His toxic viewers then made songs with racial slurs in one ear and normal music in the other. This genius way of allowing racism on Twitch grew Ice's channel from not only a RuneScape stream, but a toxicity breeding ground.
The wheelchair emoji. Not the fat teenager pic. Not that one, no. No, the wheelchair emoji, because it's universal. Wheelchair emoji will be the symbol of the Tefno state. I changed my name to Braunheiser on Discord because I don't like I don't want to be like named after the thing that everyone's in. You know what I mean? It's sort of like guys, this is the TEF place. This is all. Let's give me the attention. I don't like it. I like being part of the crowd. Wheelchair emoji. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Yeah, we'll go spam that in Polish's streams.
An emote of famous speedrunner Trihex's face became the emote of the Purple Army and took over every Twitch chat on the platform. Racist music took over Twitch. Channels began banning Tryhard for its use of racism, and viewers would do anything to spam the M-word in chat. It seemed in just a few months, Twitch went from a controlled site to utter chaos. This put Ice on the map of the Twitch community, for good and for bad. Before his streaming career began, Ice worked for a restaurant called Chowderheads as a lime cook. The Purple Army discovered where Ice worked, and began writing thousands of troll Google reviews for Chowderheads, destroying the company's name. Ed, the owner,
Copperhead is definitely a troll. Have you ever seen Copperhead go at Copperhead versus Gavin? Have you ever seen that? Oh, it's Copper Cab, right? Copper Cab, Gavin. Dude, I really think it shows he's a troll. Oh, he went after him multiple times. Wow. Yeah, if you type in Copper Cab versus Gavin, there's some good ones. Can't remember which one's the best. I think it's this one.
Hey, Copper.
Once replied to a troll review for Chowderheads on Google, which he said the famous phrase,
"Oh yeah, that's a good video, Jordan. That's a pretty good choice."
Two for the police gonna track your ass down, and guess what?
Justin TV.
We got you.
History. I've watched that one
Thanks
before.
A lot, letting us know who you were. And Google is all over your IP address.
Gotcha, scumbag.
while this was
Scumbag,
hilarious,
we
it
gotcha.
only showed the power of his community and how they're willing to ruin everything Ice touches. After months of high-quality staking and deadbeat dad jokes, Ice started to get bored of RuneScape and began streaming a variety of video games. Despite his switch into variety gaming, Ice continued to be the one-stop shop of high-energy entertainment on Twitch. Every other stream he went to, people were spamming Tryhard, CX, and Ice Poseidon Waiting Room, because the reality was, Ice was in his own league of entertainment, and with his devoted fanbase, he seemed unstoppable. With the power of thousands of loyal fans, Ice wanted to continue pushing the bar of entertainment. In July 2016, he hopped on the Pokemon Go bandwagon and started streaming outside. Whether he was getting denied by girls, harassing store owners, or getting invited to mansion parties, every interaction Ice had felt unique and hilarious. This is when Ice's subreddit r/IcePoseidon began to see a lot of traction, with discussions of streams, girls' Instagrams, and theories of Ice's Adderall addiction. With Pokemon Go, Ice tasted freedom from his chair, and he absolutely loved it. Soon after Pokemon Go, Twitch announced they were going to create the In Real Life section, a place for gamers to explore the world and take their chat with them. Ice wanted to become the innovator of IRL, and use his chat to get laid. While his content continued to be unmatched, he quickly felt like he did everything in his small town in Florida, and wanted to change. With the support of the Purple Army, Ice packed up his 2 shirts and moved to LA. When he arrived, new characters were introduced to the stream, such as Kyle, Cornbread, Nathan, Mexican and Asian Andy, and Dion, but Ice forgot about him. While most of the Purple Army just liked to spam Tryhard and CX, there were some that would call any store or restaurant Ice walked into.
I'll check that out.
Some callers were just Ice's brother letting him know his dog ran away. Others were way more serious, and would tell the owner Ice is a threat and needs to be dealt with. Callers were only the tip of the iceberg, and swatting became the main game on Ice's stream. You never knew when Ice was going to turn the camera to a police officer pointing a gun at him. Ice's personality, combined with the suspense of callers, drama, and his community, made the best content in the history of Twitch. Ice was the king of IRL, and began receiving publicity from big YouTubers such as Keemstar, Scarce, and Summit1G Reactions. Ice's stream was like watching a train wreck. You knew it was going to end badly, but you just couldn't look away. And on April 28th, 2017, Ice made national news after being swatted off a plane, and Twitch banned him permanently. The Purple Army didn't know what would happen next.
Is that you, by the way, CC Red?
And flooded Ice's subreddit with support. The next day, Ice said he was not giving up, and would start streaming on YouTube. His viewers were excited, because on YouTube, Ice was allowed to do much more. Ice's YouTube streams continued the high-tier content and his growth continued. He defied what many said about his stream, and not only survived on YouTube, but thrived on it. His subreddit hit peaks never thought possible, being one of the most active subreddits in the world with only 50,000 subs, 200 of those being tryhardbang alt accounts. As time went on, Ice slowly stopped hitting that bar of entertainment. It went from a happy, energetic personality to a much more normal tone. His stream, once packed with content, turned into Ice running errands and reacting to his subreddit. His fanbase felt betrayed and began to turn on him. At one point, Ice even said he wanted to quit live streaming forever.
And when I pay for my house, I think I'll be done with streaming, to be honest. I don't know.
So if everything had been going well for Ice, what caused his downfall? Ice began dating a girl named Caroline, and like anyone else that came into Ice's life, the chat went from loving her to hating her. Caroline, however, was different, because she evidently took away a large portion of Ice's content, interacting with girls, and being autistic. Caroline socially adjusted Ice, changing his personality from a high-energy autist to a casual, normal person. There was only one thing Ice could do.
H3's stream definitely has grown on me. I've been playing it like when I'm commuting and shit like that. I've just been throwing on the highlights. It definitely grew on me. I didn't like it at first. I thought it was kind of like this lazy way out of making videos. Because look at PewDiePie. He makes like a quality video similar to H3's video every single day. And H3 only makes them like once every couple months. Or like once a month. It's like, dude, you gotta have more content. There's gotta be more to say than that.
He broke up with Caroline to save his career.
But I like his podcast.
While a lot of old viewers left forever, Ice's streams rebounded, and are now back with great content, a happy viewer base, and Victor hate threads. As someone who's been on Twitch since the beginning, I believe Ice has created the greatest streams of all time. There's a reason why Ice survived after being banned from Twitch. Because he didn't just create a fan base, he created a community. A community of people that he wants involved in everything he does.
He did do something quite, like, monumental. He did something pretty amazing. And he has kind of, like, been the pilgrim. No, is that what they call it? No, the pioneer. He did sort of pioneer a different way of streaming.
And that makes Ice feel more like a friend than just another streamer. With all the amazing stories, lasting friendships, and important lessons
what's
on
the
stream,
deal, by the way?
It's
Is
impossible
Steve
for
Jobs
streamer
fired?
to replicate Ice's effect on each.
I haven't seen Steve Jobs show up on an Ice Poseidon stream in ages. Like, I haven't watched him live in a while, but even in the highlights and everything, Steve Jobs just seems to be gone.
In every one of his viewers. Through pedophile websites, scuff parties, and Uber ride streams, the Purple Army will always be there with our homie Ice, through thick and petite, until the end.
Gotcha. Two of the police are gonna track your ass down and guess what? Thanks a lot. Letting us know who you were. And Google is all over your IP address.
I can't believe there's no clip for that. Oh, here we go. 3 weeks ago.
Fire him? I mean, you haven't seen him be a part of the streams in a while now, have you? So...
Oh, I see.
That already says a lot.
I see. He doesn't want to make it into a deal, but he definitely... But who knows, though? He might have just gotten him off the stream to make the heat go down. Oh yeah, so let's see here. The Justin TV. Now this is quite interesting. This is about how Justin TV became Twitch. Justin TV was the first IRL streamer ever. He is actually very much a pioneer. Like, no doubt, a total pioneer. I know,
my last video on
he
Justin
does
TV.
grow on you. And like, even if you don't like it,
So
even
GTV
watching it in like an
was
irony way
born
is
out
still
of
fun.
Justin and I driving around Boston in a car, and we were talking about, wouldn't it be awesome if somehow we could like broadcast this conversation, this stuff that's going on in our lives.
Twitch is a live streaming website for gaming, but Justin TV, that site was created by a guy named Justin Kahn, and they'll explain the story, where he actually hooked a laptop up to like I forgot exactly what he did. He like carried around a laptop, but then like taped a webcam to his hat, and he broadcasted and streamed his life for like a full year, some crazy amount of time. And this was back before Twitch, before YouTube streaming, before Facebook streaming, before everything. There was like not that many live streams in existence back then.
On the internet live.
And then he sold it to someone, and then they created Twitch with it. Yeah, back in 2007.
4 crazy dudes decided to broadcast.
Oh.
One of those crazy dudes, Justin Kahn.
Oh, if you go to reddit.com/r/NFL streams or /r/MLB streams, NHL streams, or boxing streams, because that's where you can find like UFC.
His life 24/7.
It was Emmett, Michael, Kyle, and I trying to do our own live video broadcast. We called it a life cast.
At the time, Justin was still wearing the head cam.
It was just us in our apartment in North
Yeah,
Beach,
you
trying
could.
to be entertaining.
They didn't have the technology to be able to like auto copyright things.
And they just kind of got started. And they, sure enough, they streamed a lot. It was mostly quite boring.
Justin's life. I want to note that it's Justin's life, not my
What is
life.
like the all-time most bizarre thing that's happened when you've had it on?
Police raided us one time. A viewer called a prank in.
Police! Who's here?
The first ever swatting. The first ever live stream swatting.
Why Justin was willing to do it. We had Justin TV, and we were looking for who should be the second channel. And lo and behold, here's this performer, Justine, and we had Justine.tv after Justin.tv. It was just so perfect.
I was a life caster, and
You're great, but Justine was...
Get the fuck out of here. What the hell was that?
In the beginning was to build a network of reality TV shows. So we started with just Justin, and then we had 2 or 3 people, and then we went out and bought equipment to have 50 reality TV shows going at once. And our goal was to have like a couple thousand at some point. You'd be able to see like 1,000 channels of reality TV. And that was kind of as far as we thought.
This is Justin from Justin.tv. With Justin TV, you can watch, broadcast, and share live video and chat with other viewers.
As the site kept growing month after month and getting, millions and millions more uniques every single month without any marketing or us advertising, it was growing quite organically. After a little while, we kind of knew it was getting to something big.
Hi, my name is Justin Kahn. I'm one of the founders of Justin.tv, and we're located in San Francisco. Today, I think it's a lot easier for anyone to create live video or any kind of video on the web. And one of the things that Justin TV is working on is making that as easy as possible.
We'd grown Justin TV, and we knew we wanted to focus on...
I should apply. I should apply for the CX network. I should do it. But they would all say like, no, you gotta do outdoor streams. You gotta do IRL. But I would just like to do this. I'll do a radio show for them. Just interview random people, get drama, stir the shit on drama and stuff. That'd be fun.
Next level, we're trying to figure out what was really exciting to us about Justin TV. That
I never heard of VIP League.
Build more of.
We built this great audience. We built a pretty healthy company early in Justin TV days. And it was all about, where is this all going? What does the community really want?
Hi everybody, this is Rachel here with Cybersports Network, and behind me is the crew of Justin.tv. If you're Anybody on the internet
Wrap-up
and
show
gaming,
would be
you know
cool.
about Justin TV streaming is all
Interview
the rage.
Scorch. Dude, I could probably get that. I guarantee it, he'd do it. You know Scorch. He'd fucking do it in a second. Alright, I gotta write that down. Interview Scorch. Interview Scorch. I'm gonna try for that.
What if we just focused
Yeah,
on growing games?
Jordan.
I hadn't thought of
Yeah,
a
that's.
separate site yet. I just thought this
I don't know how you apply, but why not? I'm gonna put it in.
And as it started taking off, I realized, okay, well, this deserves its own place to live. And it's been an amazing ride being able to take this thing that was amazing for Justin TV, this very important part of Justin TV, and grow it into something even bigger through Twitch. So, you know, that part of Justin TV is something I really, really valued. The CEO at the time, Michael Seibel, was really passionate about mobile, and Justin was also quite passionate about mobile. And between the two of them, they really came up with this idea for what if we focused on doing mobile, and that turned into SocialCam, which you may or may not have heard of, but it still actually exists. It's actually quite a cool product, owned by Autodesk now, and it was an uploading video from your phone product. It was kind of Instagram for video.
Westwood One just hiring everyone.
JTV will probably be remembered as one of the most awkward internet experiments of all time. We were the first website that had live video next to live chat, which seems trivial, but making it work was horribly complicated.
In the Justin TV show,
Wheelchair.
I think, unique in history. Well, most people will probably remember Justin TV as the thing that spawned Twitch, which is this amazing superpower now. But I think if people research Justin TV and look into it, we'll be known as sort of the pioneers of online video, really. People were pushing the envelope on what kind of content you can put online and really experiment.
I'd have to buy a wheelchair. Just go along with it.
I think Justin TV will be remembered as the birthplace of live video on the internet. We never really expected it to become what it ultimately became. But I'm happy that it did, and it's one of those things that can really only happen in the age of the internet.
Hopefully, people will remember the great, community that JTV had, and the way that people from all over the world came together to watch their favorite broadcasters. I think that's what I'll definitely remember. Well, to the Justin TV community, I'd just say thanks a lot for all the years of viewing and broadcasting your interesting lives. We had a great time. I know I did, and that was, thanks for all the memories.
Thank you for everything. Thank you for your support. Thank you for helping us grow this great thing we've grown. We'll never forget you guys. I would like to say thank you, Justin TV, for honestly giving me some of the most exciting, fun, challenging years of my life.
Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you for all the time you spent on this.
Yeah, it's like George Bush Sr. George Bush Sr.
We appreciate them. They've made us better, and I'm sorry I have to draw to a close here, but we really appreciate all the time you spent.
George Bush Sr. did that.
Keep watching video.
He was grabbing girls' asses during photo shoots. Yeah, I don't know. Could Greg really still have FU money? I mean, like, how long is he gonna have that for? He's got like 2 homes. He's got a fucking Hamptons house and a New York City Manhattan apartment. Like, that's a lot of money. He's got 2 kids. He's got to get them through college. Can he still really have FU money at this point? I don't know. All right, let's watch a little of this Copper Cab versus Gavin, and then I'll call it.
Hello, Gavin. How are you doing? I'm doing well. How are you? You look like the Greek god of fire. Is that because of my red hair? And your fluorescent pink chemise. What do you got there? Is that just the way the
Deleted gang? All right.
colors are coming through?
Oh, no, this is a pink jacket.
Is that a gay pride thing?
It's whatever you want it to be, man. I'm wearing it because it keeps me warm. You know how cold it is?
Yeah. Copper Cab is like a guy who says he's... Oh, the bot's down. I bet it'll come back on at 3 a.m. Let's see here. Deleted gang, okay. What's the best one? Sort by most popular. Deleted Rome DMV interview after fight versus Gyms. So Rome DMV versus Gyms, but he deleted it. Oh, this is like a whole series of them. Battle Truth, 1 UF, hypocritical hater kill shot. I don't know, like which video, which one is the best? Do the latest gay one. Date added newest. Battle Truth, Christian, the first marriage, blogger couple. Is that it? The first marriage blogger couple? Gay Eagles fan? What's the title of the actual video?
It is right now in Georgia.
I have heard it's quite cold. Is that why your cheeks are red too? Is that for breast cancer awareness?
Cheeks are red because I'm a ginger.
And that doesn't mean a white man.
No.
There's so much you've covered in your video about objectifying black men and how women are systematically and seriously oppressed in today's society, about how gays are people too. I don't even know where to start.
Okay.
Well, I just say that Milo, I don't mean to go to that, but I just want to get right now off my chest. I don't really think Milo's actually gay. I think that he's a fake gay. I don't think any real...
Coppercab, basically, he's probably definitely a troll. He's definitely got to be a troll. However, he pretends to be like this super far left. Like, he picks up on all of the, that one's better? Okay. Well, it'll get going, trust me, like...
With our magical powers, which is breeding, making babies. Supermen might need paid...
Sucking fucker.
Here we
Part
go.
of my language. I'm sorry.
What's the matter with sucking cock? You're the master of it. I've never seen you without cum in your mouth.
You're a real asshole, you know that? But see, and people like you is the reason I'm voting for Hillary. We need a woman in office.
No, Mima.
See, he's
Mima
such a fucking
is why
troll.
You're voting for Hillary. You've been castrated, and I don't think you're beyond
I'll play
the point
the
of no
bearing
return.
one, too.
Step 1. You got to get a house with some dudes, a shitty apartment, sleep by the furnace. Step 2, you got to get a dishwashing job.
Okay, thanks.
You'll get bare minimum wage, you'll do okay, and you'll learn to riff in the kitchen. And you'll learn to hang out with black people who will help you with your testosterone problem. Step 3, you got to get a vehicle, a motorbike. I know it's not going to be anything fancy. 50 cc's will do. Step 4, you're going to get a BJ, and you'll see what they feel like to actually receive them instead of give them. And then that pink cardigan's going to be replaced with a nice fucking flannel, and you're going to be a man.
Cumia, don't you take orders from Anthony Cumia? Is that correct? Isn't that your boss?
Who the fuck told you that? Rat?
Okay, well, I'm just saying I'm not going to take tips from a guy who takes orders from a woman beater.
Oh, he does admit it?
I'm glad you brought that up, actually.
Why would he do that? That ruins the
I was going to mention this at
mystery.
the beginning of the show. If my boss did hit a woman, I would be gone in a second. So would everyone, by the way. No one works
No,
for
he just bit her neck. Just bit her neck like a fucking Transylvanian.
someone who beats the shit out of a woman. That is a fucking myth. So the ones that are staying here are clearly the ones that know the whole story. All right? Shit for brains?
Oh, I know Tommy
You have been
Sotomayor, yeah.
brainwashed into taking up all these
He's got some funny stuff.
causes because I don't know why. I guess it gets you more hits. That's not. What does YouTube pay you? You probably get $400
I don't do anything for
a year.
hits. That's just like this fucking myth. I mean, hello, have you seen my upload? Like, first of all, my views have dropped, and second of all, my upload history has been sporadic. I've never had a fucking like.
Sporadic.
Oh, well, look Friday for my new video.
It's
I mean, half
sporadic.
those times when I say that shit, I never do. I don't get into YouTube. Okay, I have a television show. I don't need YouTube for currency, for money. I do it because I love it, and I have a voice. And all these women out there, they don't have a voice. Whereas you have the fucking Gavin McKinn show. I don't see any feminists or any non-cis male white gender people out there having their own reality TV shows or their own fucking their thing. I'm going to use my television show to push against people like you. No offense to you, but I think everyone deserves a voice. All right, asshole!
Okay, let's wrap it up. What are the problems with the world? We have a racist world, right? It's racist in America.
It's extremely like sided to the white cisgender, you know.
So if a black kid grows up in a modern America in 2016, he won't be able to get an education. It'll be very, very hard.
All right, let's check the bearing one out before the deleted gang.
We red-headed ass clown copper cab. Remember the video I made yesterday about that angry red-headed ass clown copper cab?
P.S. You're an angry red-headed arse clown.
Yeah, like, act like an angry red-headed ass clown. That's a good defense.
P.P.S. You do look stupid. You always look stupid.
Well, he wasn't really happy about that video, as I found out on Twitter shortly after I published it. Thanks for the shout-out, asshole, but you've gone wrong in two places. You chose the wrong day to fuck with the wrong person. I'll eat you for breakfast. So I respond with a bit of, yeah, sounds good. I look forward to poning your stupid gay ass again. Then just a few hours ago I hear back from him. Uploading your video now. As soon as I fucking woke up, didn't even put a shirt on.
Chubba, what the hell? Trashing your own people.
Who the fuck do you think you are, Barry? Bringing up my transitioning in your videos. Keep my fucking name out of your mouth, you piece of shit, you furry.
Can you imagine his neighbors?
God. I mean, I'm not gonna fucking sit here and judge you, okay? I'm not judging you if you're a furry. That's fine. If you want to be that, go ahead and be it. I'm not going to judge you. Don't judge me for transitioning, okay? I've been going through a very confusing time, and I don't need you, Barry, fucking with me. Now, I'm trying to make YouTube videos again every day, and I don't need bullies coming from other channels trying to stop me from doing what I want to do. I wake up to seeing a bunch of comments on my channel from people saying, you know, things like, oh, I came from the Bears channel, fucking Barry.
Gavin versus Sam Hyde, yeah, that's a good one.
And he's been saying some shit about me, talking shit about, you know, you literally cut my video. You literally stole my video and put it on your channel, and all you did was talk about it.
He's having a meltdown.
It's fucking bullshit, man. You don't do that. I'm gonna take your video and put it on my channel. How about that? And guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do what you did to me, and I'm just gonna shit all over you. Just like you did to me. But you're not gonna shit on me and get away with it. Why don't you bring me on your channel, Bearing? Why don't you actually have me on your channel? I'll do an interview and I'll fucking shit all over you. Does a bear shit in the woods? I don't know, but a copper cab shits on a fucking bear.
Oh, I doubt it, man. Even, like, there's people who, like, know Baked, or not Baked, I was gonna say, Baked Alaska is somebody who knows Sam Hyde's number, and Sam Hyde still wouldn't do an interview, because he says he's busy and stuff. I highly doubt it. I bet so many people ask him, and he just says, nah.
Do not ever fucking make a video about me.
Haha, Triple Crown.
Barry.
Some people do, they just go bald early.
I'm not a violent person. But I will fucking fuck you up verbally. Gosh! Oh. I can't do YouTube anymore without anyone I just want to make videos and I want to be happy. So leave me alone.
Wow, what a
keep
dork.
my name out of your mouth. You stupid fucking bear! You stupid fucking bear!
Haha, Chubba. That's a good idea, actually.
About me, I will fuck you up, Barry. Not physically, you know, because I'm not a violent person. But I will fucking fuck you up verbally.
Now, about your demands.
Why don't don't you bring me on your channel, Bearing? Why don't you actually have me on your channel?
So did that ever happen? Oh, he's just saying he's giving him times, I guess. Oh, hey, thanks, Timothy Manley, thanks, dude. Whatever. Whatever, I should not have done that. But thank you, Tim, appreciate it. Okay, so here's a video by Deleted Gang. This will be the last one we play tonight. It's called the... Oh, dude, it got age restricted. Why did it get age restricted? Alright, I'm gonna have to be careful with it. Oh, dude, he shows his ass in it. He shows his ass. I can't play it. I can probably play it up to that point, but I'm not gonna be able to play that.
Motherfucking shower. What? Cut that bitch on like I'm so. Yeah. I just got out the motherfucking shower, man. I'm actually naked as fuck right now, my nigga. I got my...
Wait, dude, he's doing too much shit with, like, the flashing and stuff. I don't know what he's about to do. Like, what is he doing right here? Like that? What is that? I don't know. Are there any other ones on the Deleted Gang that I can play?
Off the motherfucking Kelly. We cannot beat this motherfucking team for shit. Why the fuck can't we beat this motherfucking team?
His voice is so high.
Never beat them. Never. This team fucking owns Philly.
Oh no.
I don't give a fuck, nigga. Take that Vaseline and shove it up your fucking ass. Oh, of course you can care the fuck less. You don't fucking do shit any fucking way.
Oh, the voices have to be edited. There's no way they sound this high. Huh.
We still can't fucking beat them. Why the fuck can we not beat this motherfucking team? Popping 6 of these motherfuckers from Walgreens. Ibuprofen. Headache, head pounding like a motherfucker. Open our motherfucking ass crack and just take it. Look at my motherfucking broomstick and shit. Just taking it. Oh my fucking god. Oh, that fat fucking cardinal dick. Headache.
What a nut. This is a good channel. I'm definitely going to check this channel out, though. That video, if you want to watch it, it's right there. That's the video, and the channel is called Deleted Gang. It just has videos, I'm guessing, that are deleted. Like, he finds deleted videos and re-uploads them. That's funny. I guarantee he's going to get copyright eventually. But that's a good idea for a channel. It's smart. Alright, guys, I'll end it here. I'll come back this weekend. I'll be back on the weekend. Maybe Saturday night. Maybe we'll go old school and do a Saturday night. Saturday nighter. So that's only like 3-4 days from now. So yeah, we'll do that. So I'll aim for Saturday night, and if it doesn't work out, it'll be Sunday night. If you don't see me on Saturday night, you'll see me on Sunday. So alright, I'll end it there, guys. It was fun tonight. Oh shit, I need music. Shit. Boom, boom. Daniel Deluxe. Daniel Deluxe. Shout out to the chat. Fuck yeah. Shout out to the chat. Here we go. Alright, guys. See you this weekend. A lot of fun tonight. Thanks, Tim. Thanks, Thank you, Triple Crown. Thanks. I can't remember who was the last one. Shit. It says it because I don't have the super chat open. But thank you to everyone who did that. Much appreciated. And I'll see you guys this weekend. A lot of fun. Bye, everybody.